nuclear weapon. And after reading through this readout, there was really nothing in there that said that China was going to help pressure Iran in any way to ending the conflict.
And she also got a statement from China after the talks ended.
This is a not so thinly veiled warning from the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokeswoman on Taiwan, the issue of Taiwan, which, by the way, gets a ton of its defense weapons from the U.S. This is what she wrote. President Xi stressed to President Trump that the Taiwan question is the most important issue in China-U.S. relations.
There's another meeting of leaders that may or may not have happened.
The office of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced he met with the president of the UAE, resulting in a historic breakthrough in relations. But the United Arab Emirates insists no such meeting occurred. The visit said to have happened in secret during the Iran war. The announcement came a day after the US ambassador to Israel revealed the Israelis had sent the UAE Iron Dome air defense weapons and personnel. The Arab state has faced Iranian missile and drone fire in recent months.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage, and Iran has seized another ship in the Strait of Hormuz. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 6:08. 52 in Neosho, 52 in Pittsburgh, 57 in Galena, 57 in Joplin, AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. Joplin City Councilman Ryan Jackson cleared.
Well, an ethics investigation found no violations of the Sunshine Law after a closed-door meeting last month between Jackson and Mayor Pro Tem Keenan Cortez. A St. Louis law firm says that gathering included 4 council members. The city charter says 5 out of the 9 must be present for a quorum, so this specific encounter did not constitute as a meeting. Now, this was about a week prior to the council censuring Jackson over some anti-trans comments he made on Facebook. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
It's time to put American workers first. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt is tired of you being taken advantage of.
This H-1B visa program is a total fraud. It's a total scam. You've got people who are very well qualified being fired for their foreign replacements that make less money or are more compliant because they're only here because of the visa. And we got to start calling it out.
Schmidt says that he will keep fighting the good fight. Anthony Fauci lied. People died. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley says it's disgusting what they did during the pandemic.
The Biden administration lied to the American public when they issued their COVID origins report. They lied about the documents they had. They lied about the involvement of Wuhan. Anthony Fauci lied about the origins of COVID, and he tried to interfere and intervene behind the scenes to get the CIA and other agencies to change their findings. And it's incredible. I hope he's indicted.
Hawley says only 5 pages of classified documents related to the COVID's origins were released, and he wants more. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sun is on the rise. It's 57 at 6:04. News Talk, KZRG.
West Central Missouri Congressman Mark Alford says he believes the conflict in Iran needs to be over, but he also says we can't afford to leave the job undone. Alford insists that the United States must get the nuclear material that Iran has enriched at more than 60%.
If we leave Iran without getting that, that's just going to leave open the possibility that they will end up creating a nuclear bomb that not could just hit Israel and eventually an intercontinental ballistic missile that could eventually hit New York or Washington, D.C.
The conflict began in late February when President Donald Trump initially said it would last only 4 or 5 weeks. Missouri Democrat Emmanuel Cleaver has criticized the war, saying Iran is a bad actor, but arguing Congress was not adequately consulted before military action began.
The Gateway Arch in St. Louis is not lit up at nights this month. It's a practice started years ago in May because of the spring bird migration.
Gateway Arch National Park spokesman John Orell says before they started the practice of turning off the lights in May, migrating birds would become disoriented and often meet their demise.
During migration season, you would just find clusters of just dead birds near the legs of the arch.
The lights will remain off this month and again in September during the fall migration. Sue Danielson, Missouri Net.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
Your Missouri Southern Lions are back on the national stage for the third time in 4 years. The Lions have punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament after a scorching finish, winning 24 of their last 31 games. MSSU is ready to roar into the Central Regional. It's a high-stakes showdown in Claremore today as the Lions take on the number 2 seed and regional host, Rogers State. First pitch is set for 2 p.m. at the RCB Bank Sports Complex. Switching to the gridiron, the wait is almost over. The full 2026 NFL schedule drops tonight at 7 p.m., but we already know the big one. The Kansas City Chiefs will kick off their season in the Monday Night Spotlight, welcoming the Denver Broncos to Arrowhead on September 14th. On the diamond, the White Sox have the Royals number. Jared Kelenic drove in 2 as Chicago edged Kansas City 6-5 last night for their 4th straight win. The series finale goes tonight at 6:40. And for St. Louis, it was a rough night for the Birds. Nick Kurtz launched a grand slam to lead the Athletics past the Cardinals 6-2. The rubber match is set for this afternoon at 2:05. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns is buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 6:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Still looking pretty good here as we head on through the next couple of days. There might be a stray shower this morning. Otherwise, sunshine 80 today. Tonight, some clouds, breezy and mild, upper 60s. Tomorrow, sunny, 85. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Being top of mind in your industry is key. If you're not number 1, 2, or 3, then you're invisible to customers. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com today and let the experts help you stand out and be remembered. Zimmer Marketing, it just works.
No rain showing up this morning so far on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 52 in Neosho, 52 in Pittsburgh. Sun is on the rise. It's 57 in Baxter Springs, 57 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:08.
Have you gone off the rails lately? I know that may sound like a negative, but at Hurricane Car Wash, going off the rails is a good thing. They won't ask you to get on a track and put the car in neutral. At Hurricane Car Wash, you're in control. Just drive in, brake, and move forward. No more worrying about whether or not you're on the rail correctly or whether you're going to fall off halfway through. Just an easy do-it-yourself peace of mind that you get with Hurricane Car Wash. Make it even easier on yourself when you download the Hurricane Car Wash app for free. Services like hand bays, autos, dog washes, and vacuums can all be paid for on the app. Just add the credit card info and use the services.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morrow.
Good morning.
Oh my goodness. I got an email.
Hello, Sarisa.
I got an email from Joe Mama.
Joe Mama?
It says, Steve is so mean to you, Ted.
How mean is he?
He's so mean that he won't even invite you to go and watch The Deep 2 with him. Coming in theaters.
What's The Deep 2?
Consumer Reports, it's the family movie of the summer.
I have not heard of it.
I have not. I just made it up. But that's okay.
No, Joe Mama made it up.
Joe Mama made it up. Or in Espanol, it's Tu Madre. Tu Madre, Steve.
Spring into summer with the lowest prices of the season, May 29th and 30th at Cola RV. More in stock, more on hand, and priced right in a way that makes it easy to say yes. Start your summer adventure today with Cola RV. From easy-to-tow trailers to fully equipped motorhomes, you'll find the right camper for you and your budget at Cola RV. Just north of I-44 at exit 20.
Cola RV. Family owned, family trusted. Your journey starts here.
You know, protecting your home should not be a headache. Many security companies, they lock you into these multi-year contracts. No, Simply Safe Home Security, they do things differently. With Simply Safe, you get award-winning 24/7 professional monitoring around $1 a day without any long-term commitment. Simply Safe, they just want to earn your trust every day by doing a great job. Right now, you'll get 50% off your custom system by going to simplysafe.com/Hannity. Half off when you go to simplysafe.com/Hannity. And remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
When disasters hit and cell networks fail, Rapid Radios keeps you connected. Instant push-to-talk with coast-to-coast range. No contracts, no monthly bills. Trusted by law enforcement, government agencies, and over 500,000 users. Always ready when your phone isn't. Because in an emergency, seconds matter, and reliability isn't optional. Go to rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for 5% off and free shipping from Michigan. Rapid Radios. Communication redefined.
The latest is always heard on News Talk, KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk, KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
Well, watch out for those strays today. We've got a slight chance of stray showers or thunderstorms until about 10 this morning. Mostly sunny with a high near 80. Southeast winds gusting as high as 25 miles per hour during the day today. Tonight, partly cloudy, overnight low down to 69. 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning. Partly sunny with a high near 85. Then on Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 85 again. 86 for the high on Sunday with mostly sunny. 75 breezy on mostly clear on Sunday night. And then a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon on Monday. Partly sunny with the high near 84. Will be breezy once again.
Easy, breezy, beautiful. That's how you would describe Mrs. Steve, right?
Sure.
Oh, boy.
Ray Stajic, our KZRG meteorologist, will be joining us live at 7:25.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Chris Plant will be joining us live at 9. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11. Sean Hannity.
He'll be on sometime during the day today. Now, his show will be on starting at 2, but he's in China.
He's in China with President Trump. Yeah, exactly. And Mark Levin, he'll be here at 5 on FM 102.9, 105.9 AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Don't forget News Talk KZRG tipping up with a national sweepstakes, your chance to win $5,000 cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the cold hard cash banner, and bada bing, bada boom. You can enter to win. You have until the 19th to do so. So time's a ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Well, we have some of Steve's favorite news this morning for you in the four
Taylor
states.
Swift's back in the news
No,
already?
not Tay-Tay,
Oh,
Steve.
okay.
Sorry, second favorite. Well, your second favorite is road work. We have Steve's third favorite news or update for you in the news this morning, poll news.
Ooh, I love those polls from Poland.
Whoa, Steve. We're not talking sensations here. We're talking different type of poll, my man.
No, I was talking about...
Hey, it's too early.
I
Get
was
with
talking
it.
about from Poland. They're also called polls.
Oh,
over
is
there.
that what it was? He said poll
Not
vaulting.
talking about sensation. That's your department.
Oh, is it? Okay. It seems of the two of us, you got more excited. But anyway. All right. A recent poll said that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a.k.a. AOC, is leading the potential crowd for 2028 presidential candidates on the Democrat side.
Now, I find that hard to believe. I mean, I thought Kamala Harris had it sewn up the other day.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal with these polls. Take them all with a grain of salt because, as we all know, polls said there was no way Donald Trump was going to win in 2016, and then polls said there's no way Donald Trump's going to win in 2024, and bada bing, bada boom. So polls are really kind of nonsense. But the point is that it gives you a little bit of insight, slightly, possibly, on where some of the voter base is. Now, Steve, you had mentioned you thought Kamala Harris had it locked up in polls. In some polls, she does. In this poll, AOC is taking the lead.
Are any of the polls saying that Trump will win in 2028?
Well, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure right now, technically AOC hasn't announced she's running. Technically Gavin Newsom hasn't announced he's running. Technically Kamala Harris hasn't announced he's running. Technically, the only person that has announced that they're running in 2028 is, in fact, Donald Trump, who said that he's going for 3 terms.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Fetterman took a shot at it in 2028.
I don't think Fetty Boy has a chance. Fetty Wap, I don't think it's happening.
Okay.
I think that the far left base is way too anti him because he's somewhat reasonable and somewhat in the middle, so they don't like him. I don't think the far right base likes him because he's not right enough, right? And
no left.
And he is a terrible speaker. I'm sorry. I know he had a stroke, and I'm not trying to, poke fun or belittle, and it is a very tragic scenario.
And he does not like wearing suits and ties.
And he doesn't like that. But the president, 90% of his job is just talking. And Fetty, man, he just can't do it.
I understand.
KZRG News Time 6:15. So, according to this poll, AOC is in the lead for potential Democrat candidates with 26%. So, what does that mean? Well, again, it's a poll taken with a grain of salt, but it does provide insight in that party is so fractured, it has so many little margins to it that you can become first place with 26 out of 100. That's pretty sad. Now, this is just one poll. I saw another poll that had Kamala Harris in the lead at the very most with 38%. So the point still stands. The Democrat Party is such a mess, so unorganized right now, that you can be in the lead in that party with 38 out of 100. By all other measures, that is a failure. That is an F grade, and yet that gets you number one in the Democrat Party.
So if Nancy Pelosi wanted to move from the House to the presidential race, how's she doing in the polls? Anything?
Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah.
She's not doing well in polls. She's doing great in bars, though, particularly
And also-
afternoon mimosa bars.
And also at the
Hillary,
the stock market.
Her and Hillary are doing great on the whole sangria front, not so much on the political front.
Okay.
Now the question is AOC actually going to run? She was asked this, and she said, quote, "They assume that my ambition is a title or a seat, and my ambition is way bigger than that."
She wants to be queen.
She
Queen
goes,
of
please,
the United States.
please, President.
Then they can have no queens.
Come on, you got it.
Okay.
You
protest.
Hey, there
no
it
queens
is.
protest.
And in the running, Joe
It's
Biden.
Early. It's early this morning.
Steve's Joe Biden.
Pardon me, I'm going to get some coffee.
Yeah, please. She said, "My ambition is to change the country. Presidents come and go, Senate, House seats, elected officials come and go, but single-payer health care is forever. A living wage is forever. Workers' rights are forever. Women's rights are forever." End quote.
So the wages, she wants them to be living.
I suppose so.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, she said she's too good for a title, for a role. That's not what she's going for. And honestly, AOC, I agree. You know what? You're right, AOC. Don't even think about running for the presidency. And you know what, AOC? You're right. Titles, official positions. You don't even need your seat in Congress. Go ahead and get rid of that, too. You don't need that. Do us all a favor and just go focus on your little dream and don't bother the rest of us in this country.
And work on some more mixed drinks.
And, while you're at it. You know what? I think Hillary and Kamala and Nancy Pelosi, they're all due for a refill right about now. What is it? It's 6:18. Their glasses, their morning mimosas are definitely empty by now.
They're empty.
So, anyway, that's sort of the details for you on that. Hey, something else going on that you need to know about, or at least, I think you should know about, is Carthage. Vision Carthage is hosting an art reveal from 6:30 to 8:30 this Friday on the historic Carthage Square. Now, what's pretty sweet is that this art that's being revealed is 21 large maple leaf cutouts to commemorate the 100th anniversary of, you guessed it, Steve Scott. Oh, wait,
No. That's not it.
Oh, that's not it?
No.
Okay. It's Route 66. My mistake. Now, what's really cool about this is all of these art displays, they were produced, designed, created by local artists, which is pretty cool. So, local art endeavor, all in honor of the 100th birthday of Route 66. Really very cool. It's happening this Friday. News Talk KZRG, we're going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have more details for you on this because there's also a little bit of a passport game.
A passport game?
A passport game, Steve. And we're going to explain what that passport game is at 6:40 in less than 20 minutes. KZRG News Time, 6:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Let's see if you put any hard words in it for me today.
Well, you had a hard time with the word protest, so I think all words will be difficult for you today.
Trump
Steve.
to China, and the president brought with him a gaggle of America's top tech leaders, including Elon Musk, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Meta CEO Dina McCormick, and BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. Looks like this is more than just a simple political trip.
So far, so good.
Number 2.
No, it won't be. I can already tell. Iran's Navy leader says it has deployed small submarines into the Strait of Hormuz to act as invisible guardians. U.S. analysts say, based on what they know about these subs, they would only be able to operate for a couple of days at a time and could likely be detected by U.S. forces. There is also the possibility that Iran is just making it all up. Really?
Crazy.
Number 1.
Oh, this is a toughie.
Oh.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley.
Wow, you nailed that one.
Sounding the alarm about the Biden administration's cover-up of the origins of COVID-19. He is pushing a bill that would require the declassification of 2,000 COVID-19 origin-related files.
See, that wasn't so bad, was it?
You're going to change it, I can tell by the next one.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on Donald Trump's trip to China? Trump to China. What you're thinking on that? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up in less than 5 minutes. What's going on with your money? News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We'll have a warming trend after this brief little cool down. Got to mention a shower early, otherwise the clouds will break, and it should be a good-looking afternoon today. 80. Tonight, some clouds and mild.
Keep us in the upper 60s.
Good morning.
Good morning.
They're a little breezy, 85.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Saturday, 85, but sunshine coming back on Sunday.
What are we uh-ohing?
With a threat for showers and thunderstorms early next
Austin
week.
said, y'all, I'm so tired today, I need prayers. Austin, you don't need prayers. You need coffee. You need the straight power of coffee and caffeine.
Cafe, fe, fe.
Cafe?
Cafe, fe, fe.
Hey, that's pretty good. Coffee in Espanol. Cafe.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
So that's why we always go to cafes to get something to drink.
Yeah, that's like walking into a store that's just called coffee. Could you imagine you walk into a store, Steve, and it's just called food?
That'd be good.
That would be great. It'd be very apt. Francis, good morning.
Good morning.
That keeps you away. If you've been waiting for the right time, the right team, or the right place, this is it. Your smile matters. Let's take care of it.
Uh-oh. Austin, you gave me the yawns.
I'm going to drink some more cafe.
Cafe.
Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Best for less in a day at Dental Center.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter. Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com.
Your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, and it saves me.
I'm trying to fact check something.
Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages, but now I'm speaking
To make
French.
sure it is right.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription
Okay.
when you sign up at Babbel.com.
And it is Steve's best friend.
Looks like you got a letter from the cable company, a postcard from church, and
Saw a funny meme this morning on Babylon B. I had a picture of the Goodyear blimp shrunken and kind of wrinkly. It said, Goodyear blimp is hard to recognize since being put on Ozempic.
Oh, yeah?
Energy bills have skyrocketed, but we can help. I'm Chris.
And Zach, we're the window guys from Windows and More. In fact, new windows are one of the only things that can pay for themselves thanks to the money you'll save on your
Alright.
energy bill.
Engineering messed with my computer. Now I can't do things.
Get your windows installed and watch the savings start stacking up.
See our showroom at 976 North Central City Road in Joplin or find us online at windowsandmore.llc.
Never settle for less. The choice is clearly windows and more.
You don't need a holiday to make their day. Random flowers? Very sweet. Unexpected dinner date? A solid move. But a surprise from Como Jewelry? Now that's next level romance. Stop in just because. We've got the perfect little something to keep the sparks flying. Visit us in Pittsburgh or at our new Joplin store at 3401 North Range Line. Como Jewelry, your jeweler for a lifetime, and your partner in spontaneous romance.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Cerebras, a maker of artificial intelligence chips, has raised roughly $5.5 billion in its initial public offering. Enthusiasm has been building for the company's debut, which could be followed later this year by much bigger offerings from SpaceX, OpenAI, and Anthropic. At the IPO price, CEO Andrew Feldman is sitting on a $1.9 billion stake in the company. Cisco shares soared 17% after the networking company issued results and guidance that topped Wall Street's projections. Revenue increased 12% in the quarter that ended April 25th. That is up from nearly $14.2 billion a year earlier. The company said it is cutting its workforce this quarter by fewer than 4,000 jobs. OpenAI said it has found no evidence that its user data was accessed after a security issue involving a supply chain attack on Tansac, an open source library. The company added that 2 employee devices in its corporate environment were impacted after Tansac got compromised earlier this week. Futures are slightly higher. That's Your Money Now.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
$5,000 cash. News Talk KZRG. We are teaming up with the National Sweepstakes, where we are giving away exactly that. Or at least we're giving away a chance to win exactly that, I should say. Go to news.kzrg.com, click on the Cold Hard Cash banner, and sign up. You have until the 19th to do so.
It's going to be sunny today. That's right, mostly sunny with a high of around 80. Do have a chance of a stray shower or thunderstorm between 7 o'clock this morning and 10 o'clock this morning. Winds are going to be out of the southeast, gusting all the way up to 25 miles per hour. Now, tonight, partly cloudy, overnight low around 70. And then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning, partly sunny with a high near 86. Mostly cloudy, 71 for the overnight low. Friday night, boy, that's a high-low. Get it? High-low? Temperature-wise, it's high.
Oh. Got it.
Mostly sunny, 85 for the high on Saturday. That's
real good. Made me laugh. Okay, I'm done.
Keep going. Keep going.
No, all right, I'm done.
All right, anyway, we're going to be talking with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. That'll be at 7:25 this morning, and hopefully by then Ted will wake up and stop being monotone.
Oh, okay.
Monotone.
Maybe. Hey, coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes at around 6:40, a fun little passport game mixed with local art, all coming to a local town. That's coming up next, just after the news in less than 10 minutes on News Talk KZRG.
At 6:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Trump's day one in China.
Iran seizes a ship.
Killer being put to death in Oklahoma.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. We're heading for a high of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 6:38. Sun is on the rise. It's 52 in Neosho, 54 in Pittsburgh, 57 in Diamond, 57 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG.
President Trump has wrapped up his first meeting of the two-day summit with Chinese officials.
The Chinese have put out a couple of different statements about this meeting, and some of them feel a little bit pre-planned, things that they maybe knew were going to be talked about. One of them, though, has really been raising some eyebrows, and it's the one on Taiwan. And they basically said, almost like a warning, that as long as the U.S. has the right policy on Taiwan, then the relations will continue with stability. There was some thinking heading into this meeting that the Chinese may try to ask for concessions on the Taiwan issue in order to offer up potentially putting pressure on Iran to come to a deal. The president has said multiple times now that he doesn't need anybody's help.
That was Asha Hansny. It's been seized. That's right. A boat has been seized by Iran off the coast of the United Arab Emirates. That according to the British military.
According to the UK's Maritime Trade Operations Centre, a vessel at anchor has been taken by unauthorised personnel. It's now bound for Iranian waters. The ship was stationed in the Gulf of Oman, just east of the Strait of Hormuz. The incident occurred with President Trump in China. The Iranian foreign minister, meanwhile, telling a summit of the BRICS group of countries that the strait is open to ships which cooperate with Iranian naval forces. Abbas Araghchi urging allies including Russia and India to condemn what he calls unlawful aggression from the United States and Israel. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
A man from Oklahoma is scheduled to be executed today for killing his ex-girlfriend and her 7-month-old daughter.
52-year-old Raymond Johnson was convicted for the 2007 death of 24-year-old Brooke Whitaker and her infant daughter. Prosecutors say during an argument in her Tulsa home, he cracked her head open with a metal claw hammer and smashed in her face before dousing her with gasoline and burning her alive. The baby died from severe burns. His attorneys have argued his arrest was illegal and his confession coerced. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
57 at 6:33. News Talk, KZRG.
A man from Joplin accused of raping a kid, and he has died of his own injuries. Steve Smith with more.
The JPD says a standoff ensued last Friday when 38-year-old Robert Davis of Joplin, wanted for statutory rape, sodomy, and child molestation, barricaded himself inside his residence on West 42nd Street. After a Joplin SWAT team arrived and negotiations failed, police used gas. When he still didn't come out, police entered the residence and found Davis alone inside, suffering from multiple self-inflicted lacerations. He was taken to a local hospital and died of his injuries on Tuesday. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
The COVID cover-up. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley says the Biden administration never released all of the classified info about the coronavirus origins as ordered by Congress.
And if our elected officials and unelected officials in this case, in the IC and ODNI, if they can get by with blatantly violating the statutes of this country and lying to the American people, I'm sorry, but we don't have a democracy anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's not a democracy because we, the people, aren't in charge. These people are in charge, and they're lying to us every single day.
Hawley simply wants for the people to know the truth about the virus. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 57 at 6:35. News Talk KZRG.
In partnership with the Route 66 Subcommittee of Tourism, Vision Carthage is inviting you to an art reveal from 6:30 to 8:30 this Friday evening at the historic Carthage Square. This series includes 21 large maple leaf cutouts to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Route 66. Local artists had submitted designs to the subcommittee for this. Details can be found in less than 7 minutes. right here on News Talk KZRG.
Fear Factor kicks it up a notch for a new special.
Johnny Knoxville is pushing the boundaries of contestants in a new 2-part special, Fear Factor, 48 Hours of Fear, where they compete in 5 extreme challenges.
But there's one critical thing you will not be doing: sleeping.
The special features 6 players competing for a $50,000 prize while being pushed through 48 hours of total exhaustion. Part 1 premieres at 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox, with Part 2 airing May 21st. Both episodes will stream on Hulu the next day. The first 24 hours include darkling beetles held in their mouths, a spelling bee covered in live bees, and shock collars used to keep them awake through the night. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Gee, it sounds like something you'd do, Ted. Shock collars.
I'd stick one on Steve, and every time he makes a bad joke.
That's right, you sure would. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
Your Missouri Southern Lions are back on the national stage for the 3rd time in 4 years. The Lions have punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament after a scorching finish, winning 24 of their last 31 games. MSSU is ready to roar into the Central Regional. It's a high-stakes showdown in Claremore today as the Lions take on the number 2 seed and regional host, Rogers State. First pitch is set for 2 p.m. at the RCB Bank Sports Complex. Switching to the gridiron, the wait is almost over. The full 2026 NFL schedule drops tonight at 7 p.m., but we already know the big one. The Kansas City Chiefs will kick off their season in the Monday Night Spotlight, welcoming the Denver Broncos to Arrowhead on September 14th. On the diamond, the White Sox have the Royals numbered. Jared Kelenic drove in 2 as Chicago edged Kansas City 6-5 last night for their 4th straight win. The series finale goes tonight at 6:40. And for St. Louis, it was a rough night for the Birds. Nick Kurtz launched a grand slam to lead the Athletics past the Cardinals 6-2. The rubber match is set for this afternoon at 2:05. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Borges.
Next news at 7 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We'll have a warming trend after this brief little cool down. Got to mention a shower early, otherwise the clouds will break, and it should be a good-looking afternoon today. 80. Tonight, some clouds and mild. A south breeze will help keep us in the upper 60s. Wrapping up the week Friday, sunshine, milder, a little breezy, 85. Maybe an afternoon shower storm Saturday, 85, but sunshine coming back on Sunday, 85, with a threat for showers and thunderstorms early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar so far. 52 in Neosho, now 54 in Pittsburgh, 57 in Carthage, 57 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 6:39.
All right, everybody, calm down. I watched a couple of videos online. I basically know electricity now.
Tommy, why do you have a toilet brush in your hand?
Because the guy online said sometimes you got to clean the connection.
Okay, why are you trying to stick your tongue in the outlet?
I'm just trying to see if it still has power. Oh, okay. It definitely had power.
If your electrical repair involves a toilet brush and your tongue, it's time to call the professionals.
At IPOC Electric, we handle residential and commercial electrical services. Outlets not working, lights flickering, switches that quit, ceiling fans that need replacing, and all the electrical problems hiding behind your walls.
So the tongue test isn't electrician approved.
Tommy, the only thing your tongue should be testing is whether the tea is sweet enough.
Our electricians show up when we say we will, explain the problem, and fix it safely the first time.
So I should stop watching these electrical hacks online?
Immediately. When something's wrong with your power, don't Google it.
Don't YouTube it.
And definitely don't lick it.
Just call the professionals at IPOC Electric and iPocket.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about their return to Joplin this spring.
We'll be there through the spring season with our beautiful plants at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin. You'll find our big, beautiful hanging baskets, our enormous Boston ferns, combination pots that we're calling drop.
Girl Chris in the house. Doc is here. John is here. Girl Chris is here.
Doc Dance.
Teresa said, fact check tu madre. I would never fact check my mom. She's a very wise lady.
How about Joe Mama?
Joe Mama. Although, funny story about my mom. One time, this is when I was a lot younger, but my dad was talking about, my dad is in finance, and so he was talking about something about banking or whatever. And my mom goes, oh my God, wait a second. So you're working with these companies and you know that they're going to be launching this great product, so their stock is going to go up. Why don't we just buy a bunch of their stock now before that happens? Why doesn't everybody do that? And he goes, everyone did do that. And then they outlawed it. It's called insider trading. You're not allowed to do that. And my mom had like this genius business plan that she went off. Like it was like I gave a very short version, but she just went on and on and on about this genius business plan. And she just described insider trading.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, there's a good reason I don't do that. It's called illegal. I was like, oh. She's like, oh, that makes sense. So sometimes we have to fact check me, mama.
Wait, get a jump start on that beautiful tan now. Plus, for limited time, get 25% off your packages and bottled lotions. Call us today, 782-3900, or come see us at 705 Illinois Avenue in the Joplin Plaza Mall. Some restrictions may apply. Check us out on Facebook and tropicaltanjoplin.com.
Oh, the sun without all the sand. It's tropical tan.
Hey, it's Mark Levin with The Mark Levin Show. Be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Ted and Steve, coming to you from KZRG. You can hear all the news. Yes, you can. They've got a crew. Look out. Here comes Ted and Steve. Donald Trump loves to call in, even if I'm busy as sin. Taco Ted is my best friend. That's the nickname I gave to him. Look out. Here comes Ted and Steve.
That's right. It's KZRG's Morning News Watch's official new theme song brought to you by Donald J. Trump himself.
All right.
Look at that. All right.
You're Taco Ted. I'm Burrito Steve.
That's exactly right. Now, Burrito Steve, give us the wrap on what our weather is today.
It's going to be mostly sunny, but we do have a chance for some strays between 7 o'clock this morning and 10 o'clock this morning, stray showers and thunderstorms. High today near 80, then tonight down to 70 with partly cloudy. Tomorrow there's a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning, partly sunny with a high near 85, down to 71 for tomorrow night, and then on Saturday mostly sunny with a high of 85, 86 for the high on Sunday, and then Monday breezy with a high near 84 with partly sunny, and we're going to be talking with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. That'll be at 7:25.
That's exactly right. By the way, that new theme song, Donald Trump, President of the United States, left it for us through the open mic feature on the KZRG app. You can leave us messages just like that if you think you get the pipes for it. By downloading the KZRG app, clicking on the open mic feature, bada bing, bada boom, leave us an open mic message. You can leave us fun songs like that. You can leave us your opinions on things. You can tell Ted how good looking he is or how annoying he is. We usually get the latter as opposed to the former.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, if there's any news in the 4 states that you see that you think we should know about, you can leave it for us there as well.
Right.
For instance, Vision Carthage. They're hosting an art reveal this Friday from 6:30 to 8:30 on the historic Carthage Square. Now, this is really cool because what this art reveal is it is a series that includes 21 large maple leaf cutouts to commemorate the 100th birthday of Route 66. Mm-hmm. Now, why maple leaf cutouts? Because Carthage is the maple leaf city.
That's correct. That's why they have the Maple Leaf Parade later on this year.
That's in News Talk KZRG. We're going to be there for that parade. Now, these maple leaf cutouts, what's even cooler is that they're all produced by local artists. There was a call to action to local artists some time ago where they submitted designs to the Route 66 subcommittee. They were approved and then ultimately created large maple leaf versions of it. Now, these giant commemorative leaves, after the big unveiling this Friday, which, by the way, you're invited to, News Talk KZRG. We're going to be there. After that happens, they're going to be dispensed, really, to various destinations across Carthage for a little bit of sort of like a finder's game. You know, you got to go find them.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of like a treasure hunt.
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of like that, yeah. Now, where are those destinations going to be? Well, according to Sally Stewart, who is the co-director of Vision Carthage, these 21 large maple leaf cutouts are going to be placed in places that will be, quote, highlighting Carthage history, landmarks, and places we feel everyone should visit as they travel Route 66, end quote. So it's sort of like a little treasure hunt, like Steve said, to really cool landmark places in and around the Carthage area. And what's even cooler is not only do you get to treasure hunt for these cutouts, but you can also pick up a passport booklet from the Boots Court Visitors Center, and you can fill out that little passport as you go and find all the 21 leaves.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's sort of like Pokemon. You know, you got to collect them all.
Pokemon compared to maple leafs?
Is that
no,
too...
that's not a good combination.
Not a good combination.
Maple leafs are better. Far better.
All right, that's fair enough. So, yeah, you can check in, quote-unquote, at these maple leaves when you find them with this passport. You can collect all 21 for bragging rights. And, you know, look, I know it might sound a little dorky or whatever, but honestly, this is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, especially for the kids, for the grandkids, and also just for you. You know, we all, as just human beings, get into a rut. We go to the same stores, we go to the same coffee shops, we go to the same restaurants, we go to the same takeout places. Day in and day out, we go into a rut. This is a really fun excuse to get you and the missus or the mister or the kids or whatever, in Steve's case, the mistress, to go and explore other parts of town that you might not have otherwise gone to.
Mistress. Yeah, right.
Oh, sorry. Did that slip out? My bad. But it gives you an excuse to go and check out other things, get you out of that rut, so to speak. And it could be a lot of fun. You could do it in a day. You could do it over the course of a weekend. So it's kind of a blast in my mind. So you can check out all those details at newstalkkzrg.com. Hey, speaking of local art, another big art announcement for you locally. The third edition of the World Street Painting Festival is expanding in none other than Joplin, Missouri.
All right.
Look at that. Now, this is happening from June 3rd to the 5th, in which 16 world-class artists will be transforming a parking lot along West 7th Street in Joplin into an open-air gallery of 3D street art.
That's great.
Yeah. Now, it's not literally 3D. It's really interesting. It's like chalk art. So it's 2D. They're like drawing pictures on the ground. But it's done in such a way that when you stand at the right angle, it literally looks three-dimensional.
That is correct.
It's an optical illusion for the ages. It's pretty darn cool.
If you want to see something that's already done, go to Schifferdecker Park. They've got some already there from last year.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, too, is that once this art is done, they seal it with this sort of epoxy-type material, which is kind of weatherproofed, and basically it allows that art to maintain itself for potentially years, which is super neat.
It is.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like really, like much more impressive graffiti in my mind.
Yeah, it's better than being put on the side of a train that passes by.
That's true. Now, what I had mentioned earlier that they're going to be bringing into to Joplin, the 4 states area, world-class artists. Well, that's not just a turn of phrase.
No, it's not.
No, it's quite literal. Yeah, these artists are literally coming from all over planet Earth to Joplin for this art. We're talking there's artists coming from Italy, Japan, Bosnia, the Netherlands, Germany, Tedtopia, India, Mexico, France. Oh, sorry, no, Tedtopia. That shouldn't have been in there.
No, I'm not seeing Tedtopia
Not
on the list.
Tedtopia. Okay,
No.
my bad. But they are coming from Mexico, France, Poland. Yeah, Poland is another one. And then, of course, there's going to be some American artists as well.
And Mexico.
And Mexico as well. That's right. So all sorts of artists from all over planet Earth coming to Joplin for this 3D art. It's really, really neat. For details on this event, and some of the things surrounding it, go to news.kzrg.com. And by the way, while you're there, go ahead and click on the Cold Hard Cash banner if you haven't already, because if you do that, it'll show you how you can enter to win $5,000. News.kzrg, we're partnering with the National Sweepstakes, your chance to win $5,000. Nothing but cash. We don't mess around. Here on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Trump to China, and the president brought with him a gaggle of America's top tech leaders, including Elon Musk, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Meta President Dina McCormick, and BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. Looks like this is more than just a simple political trip.
Number 2.
Iran's Navy leader says it has deployed small submarines into the Strait of Hormuz to act as invisible guardians. U.S. analysts say that based on what they know about these subs, they would only be able to operate for a couple of days at a time and could likely be detected by U.S. forces. There's also the possibility that Iran is just making it all up.
Number 1.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley sounding the alarm about the Biden administration's cover-up of the origins of COVID-19. He's pushing a bill that would require the declassification of 2,000 COVID-19 origin-related files.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on Trump's trip to China? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. My primary thought, you know this, the little phrase, Sally sells seashells at the seashore?
Yes.
This is a new version of that. Trump's trip to China.
Okay, Trump's trip to China.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tongue twister, no?
No.
No, not at all for you?
Not for me.
Let's hear it. 5 times fast, Steve.
What was it again? Trump's trip to China?
Uh-huh.
Trump's trip to China. Trump's trip to China. Trump's trip to China. Trump's trip to China. Trump's trip to China.
Color me impressed. Well done, good sir.
Wow.
Let's hear you try it. Leave us an open mic message on the KZRG app. Trump's trip to China. Coming up, what's going on with Sean Hannity's Morning Minute? You can always tune in to Sean Hannity every single weekday starting at 2. News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We'll have a warming trend after this brief little cool down. Gotta mention a shower early, otherwise the clouds will break, and it should be a good-looking afternoon today. 80. Tonight, some clouds and mild. A south breeze will help keep us in the upper 60s. Wrapping up the week Friday, sunshine, milder, a little breezy, 85. Maybe an afternoon shower storm Saturday, 85, but sunshine coming back on Sunday, 85, with a threat for showers and thunderstorms early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
There's never a good time for your truck to break down. You're in the middle of nowhere, you're on a deadline, you've got a 24-hour roadside assistance with JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair. Hi, I'm Justin. I'm the owner of JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair. Our master certified tech.
Good morning, everybody.
In shop. We'll keep it maintained so you're safe every time you hit the road. We're here for you.
Theme song. Yeah, girl, Chris, that was the new theme song. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Brought to you by DJT. 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 Tedtopia refugees.
Harmless, but termites, they believe in the 24/7 snack.
Austin, Tedtopia has the only illegal immigrants we accept in America.
Termites have likely already been there for months.
Please, trust me. Like most third world countries, people are desperately trying to leave. Tedtopia is the opposite. People are clamoring to get into Tedtopia, particularly the ladies. For some reason, there's just this big line of the ladies desperately trying to get into Tedtopia. And eventually, you know, look, I don't want to sound, what's the word, harsh or cold-hearted or cold-blooded, but we just can't accept all of them. We just can't. I'm sorry, there's a limit. We have sort of a social safety net system in Tedtopia, and if we allow too many of the ladies to get in, that social safety net's going to start getting strained. It's going to become a bit of a problem. There's only so many taxpayer dollars. They got to get allocated and distributed to all corners of Tedtopia, of which there are many corners of. And if we just have too many illegal ladies rushing in, clamoring in, if we let too many of them in, if we let the border wide open, it's just the whole system's going to collapse. It's going to be chaos. So unfortunately, we do have to hardline it with them. It's a real shame. I know. But you know, listen. Somebody's got to make the tough decisions, right?
As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps
the horrors they must have seen. Hey, tell me what's going on. How you doing, good sir? Mr. Dr. Professor Toby. Toby, real question. Is your legal name Tobias? Because if it isn't, your parents did it wrong. They should have named you Tobias. Because, Tobias is a very cool name. I have a friend, one of my best friends growing up. I've told this story a million times. But his legal first name is Giuseppe. Pretty sweet. And instead of Giuseppe, he went by Joe. Like a loser. Because Giuseppe is a much cooler name. Oh.
Hi, I'm Dr. Granker. And I'm Dr.
Good news, everyone. I got a spam
Don't
email.
self-conscious about your smile. Take the joy out of your special moments.
No, it's Toby. Oh, it's just Toby. I'm not cool. Toby, you're still cool. You're just not Tobias cool, but you're Toby cool. And Toby cool's pretty cool. You know? Well, Ted is clearly in search of a harem. I'm not in search of anything. They came to me. I didn't ring out the dinner bell and say, come and get it. I'm not Joe Biden. I'm not Kamala Harris. I didn't do that. All right? I'm the victim. I'm a total victim. Austin, the thing he left out is the most of them were on my side. Yeah, Austin, our Ted-topia's road infrastructure couldn't handle that much. That was the issue, is our road infrastructure. Harem, how do you spell that word? I don't know, but I got your note. I got a spam email. Would you like me to read it?
Sure.
Daddy, quick note. If I could cut your telecom bill 35%, would you want the demo in? Our platform already handles talking, texting, video apps for... Wait, what? Our platform already handles talking, texting, video apps for of companies like Zimmer Marketing. Let me know. Abby Chandler. Yeah, I'm sure Abby Chandler definitely is the real human that emailed me.
I'm sure Abby is real.
He said sarcastically.
The world leader in less lethal personal defense. Right now, they are offering $100 off the powerful, the proven burner LE Gen 2 launcher while supplies last. Now, this LE, as in law enforcement launchers, was engineered for police, relied upon by law enforcement globally every single day. It's now available for the public to buy, giving families across the country a powerful way to protect yourselves without using lethal force. Now, this LE Gen 2 fires powerful kinetic rounds and chemical irritant projectiles with an effective range of up to 60 feet, designed to help deter and de-escalate any threat. You don't need a background check. You don't need a permit. It's legal in all 50 states, and they will ship it right to your door. All of these launchers hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Go to byrna.com. That's byrna.com.
If it makes the establishment nervous, we're talking about it. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me tonight at 8, right after Mark Levin on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 7, Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
Chris Plant joining us at 9, Clay Travis at 11. And joining us on the 19th of this month, $5,000 cash. That's right, News Talk KZRG. We are teaming up with a national sweepstakes. We are giving you an opportunity, a chance to win $5,000 in cold hard cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the cold hard cash banner, and get all the details on how to sign up. You got to do it before the 19th.
There's a mix of sun and clouds right now. It's going to be mostly sunny as the day progresses, with a possibility of a stray shower thunderstorm coming through sometime earlier this morning. High today near 80. Then tomorrow, another chance of some random stray showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Partly sunny with the high near 85. And then for Saturday, it's going to be 85 with mostly sunny. So the weekend's looking good, though. Real good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. And by the way, you can always get those updates, not just by staying tuned to AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, but also by downloading the Zimmer Storm Center app. It's free to download. It's easy to use. It takes up very little storage or memory on your phone. It's awesome. It's free. It's on the App Store. It's on the Google Play Store. It's everywhere and anywhere. Good morning.
The four states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
We must make our relationship work
and not mess it up. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what China's leader said at a state banquet with President Trump.
Achieving the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation and making America great again can go hand in hand.
Then Xi Jinping offered a toast to prosperity. The president used the same word in his toast.
Together we have the chance to draw on these values to create a future of greater prosperity, cooperation, and happiness.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich reports from Beijing.
That followed a meeting between them where they discussed ways to expand market access, cooperation between the two countries. The Strait of Hormuz, the Iran war, Taiwan all came up, but they were not addressed in the remarks at the state banquet. The statement, though, from the White House on the topic of Iran gave us a little bit more background on maybe the more tense topics behind closed doors. It said the two sides agreed that the Strait of Hormuz must remain open to support the free flow of energy.
And as Fox's Trey Yingst reports from Tel Aviv, that's a big deal.
The Chinese are the largest importer of Iranian crude oil in the world. And when we look at Iranian military action in the Strait of Hormuz and the country's nuclear program, these are both directly funded by those oil exports. Reports this morning indicate Iran has seized another vessel off the coast of the UAE. Secretary of State Marco Rubio told Fox's Sean Hannity that the Chinese should play a more active role in getting Iran to change course.
Countries of the world economies are melting down because of this crisis in the Straits. They're going to be buying less Chinese product.
The day after South Carolina's Supreme Court threw out Alec Murdaugh's convictions and life sentence in the killings of his wife and son in 2021 over court clerk's misconduct, State Attorney General Alan Wilson just told Fox they will retry him and...
Well, first off, I want people to understand that our office secured convictions on financial crimes that will keep Alex Murdaugh in prison for several more decades. So he's not going anywhere.
America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 7:08. It is a mixture of sun and clouds, 54 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Galena, 59 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, News Talk, KZRG. Joplin City Councilman Ryan Jackson has been cleared.
An ethics investigation found no violations of the Sunshine Law after a closed-door meeting last month between Jackson and Mayor Pro Tem Keenan Cortez. A St. Louis law firm says that gathering included 4 council members. The city charter says 5 out of the 9 must be present for a quorum, so this specific encounter did not constitute as a meeting. Now, this was about a week prior to the council censuring Jackson over some anti-trans comments he made on Facebook. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
Well, it's time to put American workers first. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt is tired of you being taken advantage of.
This H-1B visa program is a total fraud. It's a total scam. You've got people who are very well qualified being fired for their foreign replacements that make less money or are more compliant because they're only here because of the visa. And we got to start calling it out.
Anthony Fauci lied. People died. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley says it's disgusting what they did during the pandemic.
The Biden administration lied to the American public when they issued their COVID origins report. They lied about the documents they had. They lied about the involvement of Wuhan. Anthony Fauci lied about the origins of COVID, and he tried to interfere and intervene behind the scenes to get the CIA and other agencies to change their findings. And it's incredible. I hope he's indicted.
Hawley says only 5 pages of classified documents related to COVID's origins were released, and he wants more. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. A mix of sun and clouds, 59 at 7:04. News Talk KZRG.
West Central Missouri Congressman Mark Alford says he believes the conflict in Iran needs to be over, but he also says that we can't afford to leave the job undone. Alford insists that the United States needs to get the nuclear material that Iran has enriched at more than 60%.
If we leave Iran without getting that, that's just going to leave open the possibility that they will end up creating a nuclear bomb that not could just hit Israel and eventually an intercontinental ballistic missile that could eventually hit New York or Washington, D.C.
The conflict began in late February when President Donald Trump initially said it would last only 4 or 5 weeks. Missouri Democrat Emanuel Cleaver has criticized the war, saying Iran is a bad actor, but argues that Congress was not adequately consulted before military action began.
That big Gateway Arch in St. Louis, it's not lit up at night this month. It's a practice that was started years ago in the month of May because of the spring bird migration.
Gateway Arch National Park spokesman John Orell says before they started the practice of turning off the lights in May, migrating birds would become disoriented and often meet their demise.
During migration season, you would just find clusters of just dead birds near the legs of the arch.
The lights will remain off this month and again in September during the fall migration. Sue Danielson, Missouri Net.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
Your Missouri Southern Lions are back on the national stage for the third time in 4 years. The Lions have punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament after a scorching finish, winning 24 of their last 31 games. MSSU is ready to roar into the Central Regional. It's a high-stakes showdown in Claremore today as the Lions take on the number 2 seed and regional host, Rogers State. First pitch is set for 2 p.m. at the RCB Bank Sports Complex. Switching to the gridiron, the wait is almost over. The full 2026 NFL schedule drops tonight at 7 p.m., but we already know the big one. The Kansas City Chiefs will kick off their season in the Monday Night Spotlight, welcoming the Denver Broncos to Arrowhead on September 14th. On the diamond, the White Sox have the Royals number. Jared Kelenic drove in 2 as Chicago edged Kansas City 6-5 last night for their 4th straight win. The series finale goes tonight at 6:40. And for St. Louis, it was a rough night for the Birds. Nick Kurtz launched a grand slam to lead the Athletics past the Cardinals 6-2. The rubber match is set for this afternoon at 2:05. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns is buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 7:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Still looking pretty good here as we head on through the next couple of days. There might be a stray shower this morning. Otherwise, sunshine 80 today. Tonight, some clouds, breezy and mild, upper 60s. Tomorrow, sunny, 85. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Being top of mind in your industry is key. If you're not number 1, 2, or 3, then you're invisible to customers. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com today and let the experts help you stand out and be remembered. Zimmer Marketing, it just works.
No rain showing up so far this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 54 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Carl Junction, 59 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 7:08.
If you run a small trailer, you know how it goes. It's rarely some big dramatic breakdown. It's the little stuff that adds up. A light goes out, brakes start getting soft, a bearing makes a noise, and sure, you could deal with it later, but later turns into lost time, missed jobs, and old equipment that's limping along. That's the gap Bennett's Truck and Trailer fills. Bennett's is a Dexter authorized dealer and your go-to source for Dexter parts, and they take your small trailer problems as seriously as you do, because those small problems aren't small for you. They're how you get the job done. From wiring and lights to brakes, hubs, and hard-to-find parts, Bennett's Truck and Trailer has exactly what you need to get it fixed and get you back on schedule fast. No waiting, no guessing, no trying to fix it yourself. Just dependable help when you need it. Done right the first time. That's the Bennett way. Roll into Bennett's Truck and Trailer shop on Thunder Road in Denneweg or find them online at Bennett'sTruckTrailer.com. Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
At the Missouri Department of Agriculture, they know protecting your livestock is a top priority, especially when black.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Jody! Queen's Wave. Queen's Wave for Jody. Well, if it's both for and of a company, that sounds like an amazing deal. Yes, I should call that spam emailer immediately. Please, give me this deal. So we said, breaking news, local journalists victimized by foreign harem. Ted's dream headline. Please. I don't take victimhood lightly, Sarisa. As someone that is a frequent victim of my devilishly handsome good looks, I take it very seriously. Girl Chris, my problem is if I get off here to go to a different page, well then it's a squirrel situation, and I'm gone until I remember what I was previously doing. Dude, I have the same thing, but okay, I might be back. We'll see, Girl Chris. We'll see. We'll see if you venture back.
Custom system by going to simplysafe.com/Hannity. Half off when you go to simplysafe.com/Hannity. And remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
When disasters hit and cell networks fail, Rapid Radios keeps you connected. Instant push-to-talk with coast-to-coast range. No contracts, no monthly bills. Trusted by law enforcement, government agencies, and over 500,000 users. Always ready when your phone isn't. Because in an emergency, seconds matter, and reliability isn't optional. Go to rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for 5% off and free shipping from Michigan. Rapid Radios. Communication redefined.
You're listening to News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z. With the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Well, we've got a mixture of sun and clouds so far this morning. We've got a chance for some stray showers and thunderstorms before 10 o'clock. They're not showing up yet, though, on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Partly sunny, 81 for the high today. Tonight, partly cloudy, low down to around 70. Then tomorrow, another chance for some stray showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Partly sunny with the high near 86. Saturday, mostly sunny, 85. 86 with mostly sunny on Sunday. On Monday, we've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, partly sunny with a high near 84. It's going to be breezy. We're going to be talking to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. That'll be coming up at 7:25.
7:12 is the KZRG news time. Well, the Senate of the United States is one step closer to adding some real teeth to try and stop lawmakers from choosing to shut down the government.
You're not talking about implanted teeth? You're talking about real teeth or dentures?
Yeah, we're getting some dentures up in the Senate.
Okay.
Now, the upper chamber just yesterday unanimously advanced a resolution from Senator John Kennedy, he's a Republican, that if this resolution passed, it would prevent lawmakers from getting paid during future shutdowns.
Yay!
Look at that. Hit the cheer button, Steve. Go on and hit that bad boy. Finally, something that Americans have been pointing out as a big flaw, and lawmakers appear to actually be trying to do something about it.
I can't believe that Chucky Schumer actually decided to sign on to this.
Chucky boy, and that's the big news here. Not only is this advancing, but this seems to be a bipartisan effort because Senate Minority Leader Chucky boy, Chuck Schumer, Democrat from New York State, him and other Senate Democrats joined Senate Republicans in moving this measure along.
Maybe this is a way for him to not put his foot into his mouth again.
Maybe, but probably not, knowing Chucky boy. He's going to find a way to do it.
True.
He's a very talented man in that light. Now, this is such a popular idea that I feel like it is impossible for any elected leader to publicly oppose it and not look like a complete scumbag. Because that's all it is. Hey, lawmakers, if you can't get your act together and if you keep shutting down the government like this, then you don't get paid just like the TSA workers don't get paid, just like the ICE workers don't get paid, just like whatever the shutdown is surrounding. All those government employees, that includes you, lawmaker. So you shouldn't get paid either, and that's what this measure does.
You know, if this actually clears both the House and the Senate, and goes to the president to sign.
El Presidente.
If this becomes law, I think that you're probably going to see them actually working hard to come up with a budget to keep it going. Because they don't want to be not paid.
Yeah, exactly. KZRG News Time, 7:15. Now, there are a couple of asterisks with this effort. There always are.
Okay.
I know. One of the asterisks is if this does go through, it will not take effect until the upcoming election cycle.
Oh, after it. So it means the Democrats do plan on shutting down the government before the election.
That is absolutely right. Before this upcoming election, before the midterms, it is entirely possible, even with this, that they could shut down the government and they would still get paid. That's asterisk number one. Asterisk number two is that it only applies, as written currently, to the Senate.
Yes.
So congressmen, stuff like that, they would, in theory, still be getting paid during shutdown. So it really only kind of does half of the cake.
But you see on the House side, they can't hold it up like they did in the Senate with the filibuster.
That's true.
Because the House has not had the filibuster, so they might not have to actually do that.
That is true. I would argue I would like to see it in both the Senate and Congress for maximum efficiency, because you know what would happen then? Then the Congress would start breathing down the Senate's neck to open up the government, just like the public is breathing down the Senate's neck, just like leadership is breathing down the neck.
True.
If we can get as many people impacted by a government shutdown in a negative way in the upper echelons of the government, I think the better.
Yeah, if they make it where the TSA don't get their paychecks again, it'd be nice to see that the TSA says, okay, it's going to take you longer, Congressman or Senator, to get on the plane.
Yeah, exactly. KZRG News Time 7:15. And I think this is a great idea. You know, again, by the way, they get paid pretty well. That's the other thing. For people that technically have a seasonal job, these individuals do get paid well. And when the government is shut down and they're still collecting those paychecks, that's pretty rough.
Now, when you're talking seasonal, when you're talking about state legislatures, yes, they're
I'm talking
US.
US.
Only the first. But in the U.S. one, they're actually there the whole year round, except for they take a lot of vacation
Do you know how many
days.
vacations those guys take?
They take a lot of vacations, but
they are functionally seasonal.
But they are actually there year round.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Let's call a spade a spade. Yeah, they're there year round. No, they're not. They are on vacation more days than I can count.
Call a club, too.
Yeah, will do. Now, a U.S. Senator, I did some goggling. A U.S. Senator, I didn't know this, makes $174,000 a year.
That's how much a House of Representative ones make, too. Same amount.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
That is a lot of money.
You have to keep in mind they have to maintain their residence in the district that they're in or in the state and somehow to live inside the Washington, D.C. area.
They need 2 houses. Oh, no, those poor victims. They have to have 2 houses.
Look at Bernie. What's he up to? 4 now?
4. Oh, no, poor Bernie.
Poor Bernie.
He needs 4 houses. Yeah, I don't feel bad.
He needs to tax the rich.
I know. So, yeah, I think this is a great measure. They should absolutely push that forward, but we'll see how that goes. Shifting gears here on you, kind of another interesting initiative that I thought kind of caught my eye. I thought you in the 4 states might find it interesting, so I wanted to share it with you this morning. And that is Kansas Republican Congressman Derek Schmidt. He's a U.S. representative. He is spearheading bipartisan legislation to strengthen background checks for law enforcement officers. Now, this isn't what it sounds like. It kind of sounds like, oh, let's get law enforcement officers the better ability to background check criminals.
Sure.
No, it's the inverse. If people want to become a cop, if they want to be hired onto the force, this law would require better background checks. And it would also open the path to provide a way to do better background checks on people that want to become officers.
Interesting.
Yeah. This effort is called the Criminal History Access Act, and it would explicitly authorize the exchange of criminal history record information between the FBI and the state peace officer standards and training agencies. Now, that's the shortened version is POST. Post agencies, if you didn't know, and I didn't know this until this came out, but post agencies, they are the ones responsible for setting the standards for the hiring and training and certification and ethical conduct and guidelines of law enforcement.
Really?
That's what their system is. And this measure would explicitly allow the FBI to exchange information, particularly criminal history, with the very agencies that are tasked with hiring our boys in blue.
That's true.
So, I mean, I think this is a kind of an interesting effort. I think it's a smart effort because, let's be honest, criminals are always trying to find an edge. And if a criminal can pretty much pretend to be a cop, to become a cop, it's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, right?
It could be, yeah.
And that could be a problem. We had stories in blue sanctuary states where illegal migrants, as a way of hiding from police, evading detection, hid right under their noses and joined up on law enforcement.
Wow.
That's a problem because, there's not a lot of, I think a lot of people are like, hey, let the cops be cops. There's the left has a lot of scrutiny on cops, the right less so. And so not a lot of investigation on cops. If I was an illegal migrant, that's the first place I would hide. I would hide in the one place I would think conservatives would never try and deeply investigate, and that's the police.
That's true.
So we need to make sure that there is a wall to ensure that criminals, illegal migrants, stuff like that, don't even get access to becoming a wolf in sheep's clothing. Don't even have that as an option.
Check ICE records as well.
To what?
Check ICE records as well.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah, to make sure there's no criminal history there either.
Yeah, or that they're a legal resident.
And that as well. Make sure that they're here legally. Absolutely. Now, really quickly here in a written statement, Congressman Schmidt, he said, quote, "It's just common sense that agencies tasked with enforcing laws that prohibit people with certain criminal histories from serving as law enforcement officers must have access to criminal history record information as part of the vetting process." I agree. It is common sense. But what are your thoughts on it? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. Honestly, better yet, leave us an open mic message. We'll play it live on air here for you. Coming up in just less than 30 seconds, KZRG's Big Three.
3, 2, 1.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Trump to China. The president brought with him a gaggle of America's top tech leaders, including Elon Musk, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Meta President Dina McCormick, and BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. Looks like this is more than just a simple political trip.
Number 2.
Iran's Navy leader says it has deployed small submarines into the Strait of Hormuz to act as invisible guardians. U.S. analysts say that based on what they know about these subs, they would only be able to operate for a couple of days at a time and could likely be detected by U.S. forces. There is also the possibility that Iran is, just making it up.
Number 1.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley sounding the alarm about the Biden administration's cover-up of the origins of COVID-19. He is pushing a bill that would require the declassification of 2,000 COVID-19 origin-related files.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on Donald Trump's trip to China? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. Coming up, a look at weekday weather with 3-Day Ray on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We'll have a warming trend after this brief little cool down. Got to mention a shower early, otherwise the clouds will break, and it should be a good-looking afternoon today. 80. Tonight, some clouds and mild. A south breeze will help keep us in the upper 60s. Wrapping up the week Friday, sunshine, milder, a little breezy, 85. Maybe an afternoon shower storm Saturday, 85, but sunshine coming back on Sunday, 85, with a threat for showers and thunderstorms early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
This is your business.
Ew, what's that smell?
This is your business after a visit from Helping Hands Commercial Cleaning Services.
At Helping Hands, they get it. The dust bunny colony multiplying daily under your office desk. That window grime that turns a noxious shade of yellow when the sun hits it just right. The mess that keeps growing. It feels overwhelming. But Helping Hands can help. Cleaning is kind of their thing, and they do it without judgment. They provide reliable cleaning solutions backed by a spotless reputation. So whether your business needs a light dusting and quick refresh or a top-to-bottom deep clean, they can create a cleaning service that best fits your business needs. And they work with businesses of all kinds, from large-scale facilities and medical and manufacturing to professional offices and high-security facilities. Even if the mess feels out of control, Helping Hands can get you back on track fast. No judgment. They're ready to do the dirty work. Find Helping Hands Commercial Cleaning Services on Facebook or at helpinghandsservices.com.
It's your third belly laugh in under 10 minutes and the perfect slice of sunshine peering through the blinds while your kids tell the story of your spouse's attempt at making puppy dog pancakes. Spoiler alert, they look a lot more like lopsided bunnies. It's sitting on your brand new deck, pausing the rivalry and chaos of Monopoly with your best friends, and hearing even the cicadas get quiet when you share the big news we're expecting again. It's core memories, unforgettable and pure joy in a home that's the perfect backdrop to carefully curate each moment. Thanks to E.L. Marshall.
Hi, I'm Jackie with E.L. Marshall Construction.
We're here to create your ideal space, from custom remodels to building your dream home from the ground up. Love your location but need more room? E.L. Marshall also specializes in seamless indoor or outdoor additions. Or maybe your home just needs a refresh. E.L. Marshall can elevate your living space with timeless design and lasting value. Learn more today at elmarshallconstruction.com. E.L. Marshall, building relationships brick by brick.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they got what you need there.
Whoa, easy there, killer. Is that neon salmon with the side of 1970s lime? Your walls aren't just dated, they are crying for help. It's time to neutralize the situation at Hinkle's Ace Hardware. We've got the on-trend palettes that'll turn your fixer-upper into fixed it. Grab the designer-approved colors you see on TV, like the Benjamin Moore favorites used by Dave and Jenny Mars on Fixer to Fabulous, or the iconic Magnolia Home line from Fixer Upper. This is quality stuff, folks. We're talking fewer coats, less mess, and low-odor formulas that won't clear out the house. These coatings are built to last with stain resistance tough enough to handle a scrubbing from a busy household. Save time, save money, and finally stop squinting at those walls. Visit Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City or our location just around the corner from Freeman Hospital in Joplin. Hinkle's Ace Hardware for people with ugly rooms.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
Neo, when did Route 66 get this tropical?
Since we opened Miami Beach at Buffalo Run Casino.
So you're telling me Tiki Bar?
Yep, Neo's Tiki Bar, ice cold drinks and laid back vibes.
And I've got Nikki 66, classic diner eats with a twist.
Plus pool tables, great music, and oh yeah, a mechanical bull.
Cool, the ultimate hangout spot.
Grand opening Memorial Day weekend.
Featuring a Jimmy Buffett tribute band. Grab your crew and let the good times run at Buffalo Run Casino.
Hey, it's Chris Plant. Be sure to tune in to FM 102.9, AM 1310 every weekday from 9 to 11 for breaking news, commentary, and politics. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Steve Scott along with Ted Borges. And joining us now is KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Good morning, Ray. How's 3-day Ray doing today?
We're doing all right. We're We're looking forward to a 3-day weekend, actually, for 3-day Ray. And I think the weather's going to be cooperative for the most part. Start to get a little more of a feel of summertime for the weekend leading up to Memorial Day, the big kickoff to summer right next weekend. Might get a little tough early in the week, starting to see a little bit more on the way of maybe some stronger storms coming in. But all in all, the weekend here, actually, it's real nice with some mild weather.
Well, that's great. Well, I was going to say this morning you've been mentioning about we might get some stray showers and or thunderstorms through this morning. Looks like we might get some more strays possible even tomorrow morning as well.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of weak systems coming through, isolated at best. Not really looking at severe weather. Temperatures are going to bounce back a little. We were in the 70s yesterday. In a month, it's running about 4.5 degrees below normal. Normal high 76, normal low 55. Yesterday, we did make 78. Today, we may make 80 degrees, and over the weekend, maybe the middle 80s, and that may start tomorrow with a gusty south-southwest breeze that's certainly contributing, and just hit-and-miss showers, thunder showers, not much out there to ruin anybody's outdoor plans. Maybe you're taking the 3-day weekend, too, tomorrow. Weather certainly does look pretty decent. Then,
well, that sounds great. We love the fact that we've got at least a pretty good weekend for a switch to be able to enjoy. Now, the nighttime, what are the overnight lows going to be doing about for the next 3 days? And I think we've lost you, Ray.
Looks like we might have lost Ray. 3-day Ray, are you there?
We've lost him.
Yeah, we're here. Oh, sorry, we're here.
You're back. You're back. Okay.
Oh, sorry, working with a little different technology today. I apologize.
That's okay. That's okay. What we are looking for the next, say, 2 or 3 nights, temperature-wise, what do you think?
Yeah, we're about 70 degrees and then maybe into the mid-70s as we look ahead toward the end of the weekend. So we're going to maybe even get a little bit more humidity, too. So today about 80, just a stray storm. Tonight in the upper 60s. And then tomorrow, breezy, and we'll be near 85. And then Saturday and Sunday morning, lows near or just above 70 degrees, and then sunshine in middle 80s during the afternoon. As we get into Monday night, maybe some stronger storms in town, 85 during the day. Monday morning could be in the mid-70s, so you kind of step on out, head to work, and be like, whoa, starting to feel like summertime a little bit early next week.
All right. Hey, Ray, thanks for that weather update.
All right, guys.
We'll talk to you again soon, Ray. That was KZRG meteorologist 3-Day Ray here on News Talk KZRG. Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes at around 7:40. We're going to be getting into a little bit more details on what's going on with this China trip, particularly who's gone with Donald Trump. We're also going to be getting into that in less than 1 minute with a quick little update for you during the newscast. That's coming up presently on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Trump-Xi meeting.
Iran seizes a boat.
House Ukraine aid vote.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG topping out at 80 today. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. That'll be following sports. That'll be at 7:38. A mix of sun and clouds, 54 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Webb City, 59 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
President Trump delivering a toast at a state dinner hosted by Chinese President Xi Jinping. This coming after a historic summit earlier in the day.
We knew heading into this that trade would be a major focus of President Trump and also Xi Jinping because it represents most deliverables for each side. But we knew that President Trump would be pushing Xi to play a more active role in driving Iran to the negotiating table to get them to agree to a peace deal. And the White House readout indicates that that could happen, saying Xi told Trump that China opposes Iran's efforts to militarize the Strait of Hormuz and charge tolls for its use and agrees with the U.S. that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. Now, we also knew that President Xi would likely use the Iran issue to try to squeeze the U.S. on the Taiwan issue, and that the U.S. had no plans to change its Taiwan policy. A Chinese readout indicates Xi might not have been too happy with that answer.
That was Jackie Heinrich reporting. Iran has taken over a boat off the coast of the United Arab Emirates. That, according to the British military.
According to the UK's Maritime Trade Operations Centre, a vessel at anchor has been taken by unauthorised personnel. It's now bound for Iranian waters. The ship was stationed in the Gulf of Oman, just east of the Strait of Hormuz. The incident occurred with President Trump in China. The Iranian foreign minister, meanwhile, telling a summit of the BRICS group of countries that the strait is open to ships which cooperate with Iranian naval forces. Abbas Araghchi urging allies, including Russia and India, to condemn what he calls unlawful aggression from the United States and Israel. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
There is enough support in the House to force a vote on providing more security aid for Ukraine.
California Congressman Kevin Kiley, he switched his party affiliation from Republican to Independent in March, was the 218th signature needed on the discharge position to force a vote on the House floor. It had been stuck at 217 since February, signed by every Democrat and 2 Republicans, Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania and Don Bacon of Nebraska. The Ukraine Support Act was introduced 13 months ago by New York Democrat Gregory Meeks, but never brought up for a vote by Speaker Mike Johnson. The bill affirms support for Ukraine and NATO, authorizes more than $1 billion in security aid and up to $8 billion more in direct loans, and imposes sanctions on countries that buy Russian oil, gas, and uranium. A vote's expected early next month. Chris Foster, Fox News.
FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG, sunshine 59 at 7:34.
A man from Joplin accused of raping a little girl, and he's died from his own injuries. Steve Smith with more.
The JPD says a standoff ensued last Friday when 38-year-old Robert Davis of Joplin, wanted for statutory rape, sodomy, and child molestation, barricaded himself inside his residence on West 42nd Street. After a Joplin SWAT team arrived and negotiations failed, police used gas. When he still didn't come out, police entered the residence and found Davis alone inside, suffering from multiple self-inflicted lacerations. He was taken to a local hospital and died of his injuries on Tuesday. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
The COVID cover-up. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley says the Biden administration never released all of the classified information about the coronavirus origins as ordered by Congress.
And if our elected officials and unelected officials in this case, in the IC and ODNI, if they can get by with blatantly violating the statutes of this country and lying to the American people, I'm sorry, but we don't have a democracy anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's not a democracy because we, the people, aren't in charge. These people are in charge, and they're lying to us every single day.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine and a few clouds, 59, it's 7:35. News Talk KZRG.
The crackdown continues on illegal gambling machines in Missouri. Marshall Griffin with more.
Attorney General Catherine Hanaway told reporters Tuesday that the end of Missouri's illegal gaming industry hiding behind a so-called gray market is over. That statement arrived after her office and law enforcement conducted a sting across Boone, Dallas, Jefferson, and Miller counties. Hanaway says law enforcement seized 35 slot machines and nearly $60,000 in illegal money. Marshall Griffin, Missouri Net.
Fear Factor kicking it up a notch for a brand new special.
Johnny Knoxville is pushing the boundaries of contestants in a new 2-part special, Fear Factor, 48 Hours of Fear, where they compete in 5 extreme challenges.
But there's one critical thing you will not be doing: sleeping.
The special features 6 players competing for a $50,000 prize while being pushed through 48 hours of total exhaustion. Part 1 premieres at 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox, with Part 2 airing May 21st. Both episodes will stream on Hulu the next day. The first 24 hours include darkling beetles held in their mouths, a spelling bee covered in live bees, and shock collars used to keep them awake through the night. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Ooh, shock collars. Wow. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
Your Missouri Southern Lions are back on the national stage for the 3rd time in 4 years. The Lions have punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament after a scorching finish, winning 24 of their last 31 games. MSSU is ready to roar into the Central Regional. It's a high-stakes showdown in Claremore today as the Lions take on the number 2 seed and regional host, Rogers State. First pitch is set for 2 p.m. at the RCB Bank Sports Complex. Switching to the gridiron, the wait is almost over. The full 2026 NFL schedule drops tonight at 7 p.m., but we already know the big one. The Kansas City Chiefs will kick off their season in the Monday Night Spotlight, welcoming the Denver Broncos to Arrowhead on September 14th. On the diamond, the White Sox have the Royals numbered. Jared Kelenic drove in 2 as Chicago edged Kansas City 6-5 last night for their 4th straight win. The series finale goes tonight at 6:40. And for St. Louis, it was a rough night for the Birds. Nick Kurtz launched a grand slam to lead the Athletics past the Cardinals 6-2. The rubber match is set for this afternoon at 2:05. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 8 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stager.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We'll have a warming trend after this brief little cool down. Gotta mention a shower early, otherwise the clouds will break, and it should be a good-looking afternoon today. 80. Tonight, some clouds and mild. A south breeze will help keep us in the upper 60s. Wrapping up the week Friday, sunshine, milder, a little breezy, 85. Maybe an afternoon shower storm Saturday, 85, but sunshine coming back on Sunday, 85, with a threat for showers and thunderstorms early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep so far this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. A mixture of sun and clouds, 54 in Neosho, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Carl Junction, 59 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:39.
Mom! Yeah? Where does the bath drain go? Why? I was given my favorite Lego man a bath, and he went down the drain. So I sent a guy in after him, and a guy after him, and now the water won't go down.
When you got a clog that can't be beat. When your shower water is above your feet.
smile and it makes you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning and good morning and good morning again. Ted is channeling his evil side again. Must be the facial hair. Oh, must be the money. Don't forget the automatic raises they get, too. Yeah, true. Terry, all the politicians are above the laws that without have... Wait, what? Terry said all the politicians are above the laws that without have the follow. Do you mean that we have to follow? Is that what you meant? Hey, Doc, if you're still here, that's a really interesting point. You are totally right. Doc said you guys forgot that the senators in Congress get retirement benefits and health care insurance for life, regardless of whether or not they're voted out. That's a great point. Hey, Isaac, Eichmann Breezy, how you doing, my man? Sarisa said, I think the weather guy might be flirting with the afternoon a little bit. Very possible. Sarisa said, wow, Steve, you a fan of the shock collars or something? Jeez.
Shocking.
Oh, me, oh, my. Don't get Steve started. I don't want to know about it. Don't worry, Steve. I'll babysit Ted while you step out. Yeah, Steve had to step out for a smoke.
We'll be there through the spring season with our beautiful plants at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin. You'll find our big, beautiful hanging baskets, our enormous Boston ferns, combination pots that we're calling drop-ins. We combine several different plants in a thin pot that you could take home and drop into your existing pots. You'll find our big, beautiful geraniums, all kinds of annuals, perennials. We do offer mower service, blade sharpening. Go ahead and get those in before we get too busy. If you're planting a garden for the first time, or maybe just have questions or frustrations about things you've tried in the past, please come talk to me. I love visiting with people about issues in their garden and becoming more successful.
Get everything you need for your lawn and garden at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126, and now open at the Rock Yard, 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Catch my show every weekday. It all starts at 2 for honest news, truthful news on News Talk, KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
7:42 is the current KZRG news time, and in 1 minute from now, it'll be 7:43. Isn't that crazy how time works?
Boy, I'm amazed that you can do math that quickly.
It's fascinating. I admittedly, I did spend about 20 minutes doing those mathematical calculations in my head during the last segment. I was doing that in my head
using your toes and fingers?
My shoulders, head, knees, and toes. All of the above.
All of the above. Mm-hmm. We've got a chance for a stray shower or thunderstorm. Very isolated chance. Partly sunny today with the high near 80. Tonight down to around 70, partly cloudy. Tomorrow more chance of some strays and isolated showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high of 85 for tomorrow. Winds could be out of the south, gusting as high as 28 miles per hour tomorrow. Now Saturday, mostly sunny, 85. Sunday, mostly sunny, 86. Monday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, partly sunny with a high near 84, and it's going to be breezy, so hold on to your hats on Monday. That, according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Wow. Well, Donald Trump, he is in China right now. He's meeting with President Winnie the Pooh, and they're going to be talking, or really they have been talking, about a bunch of top issues for both countries. Notably, one of the big ones is Iran and Taiwan, right? But along with President Donald Trump, he brought with him a group of people, bit of a squad. And the members of this squad are pretty interesting. They're not the far-left Democrat squad. They're the tech boys, the tech squad. With him aboard Air Force One in China as part of this visit is Elon Musk, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Meta, that's Facebook's president, Dina McCormick, and BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. So here's the question I want to ask you this morning in the 4 states as you're cruising around. is this more than just a political visit? Because seemingly BlackRock, Facebook, Apple really don't have anything to do with politics other than, of course, public discourse, the Hunter Biden laptop cover-up, stuff like that. Yes, the impact that social media and technology has technically is political in that everything is political, right? But if he's going overseas to meet with China and suddenly all the big tech names are with him, it sounds to me like there's something else attached to this trip.
Well, with Apple, though, Apple has been starting to cut back on having all their manufacturing done in China.
And what does the president have to do with that?
Well, this is not the first time that President Trump has done this. He also did it the last time he went to China. He took a
bringing all the tech people.
Yeah, well, his business leaders last time. It's like he's having a big meeting with them to try to secure deals during this particular meeting with Xi.
Right. KZRG News Time 745. And that's kind of my question here is, okay, so the president is picking and choosing which companies get to have apparently pretty elite deals garnered and created by the deal maker in chief himself. That's pretty sweet. And I'm kind of curious, what did Tim Cook do to earn the right to be able to have Donald Trump as his wingman in such a big deal? I mean, Intel's not there. Microsoft's not there. I'm just kind of curious about what's going on with that.
Well, I had heard earlier, not in this particular story, but I had heard earlier that Boeing was supposed to have their leader there on the trip as well, but I had not heard that for sure.
Well, and you know why the Boeing didn't end up going is because they had scheduled their flight on Spirit Airlines. And unfortunately, we all know what happened there, so couldn't quite get over there.
May the Spirit be with you.
So it's not necessarily a criticism. I'm more just curious as to what the dealio is, because in theory, I mean, Tim Cook, in theory, with such a massive company, such a global company, could make his own deals. But now he's got to call Daddy in. He's got to call Donald in.
I think Daddy called him in.
Oh, the deal maker in chief needs help. Needs Tim Cook's help.
No, he wanted Tim Cook's help. He may not have needed it, but he wanted it to make
we're
some more
splitting hairs
deals
here. What power would that give Trump in your mind that Tim Cook is there?
Well, he's trying to secure some more deals to make America great again, his slogan. And this would include the possibility of bringing some of the manufacturing back to the United States. One of the things that was mentioned with Apple just within the last week, they're actually starting to now have Intel to make their chips to go in some of their products instead of having ones made in Taiwan.
Making them here.
They're making them here in the United States, but also they're not making them in Taiwan, which China has a sore spot with the United States about Taiwan.
Right. So then what? Okay, so if the goal is to bring manufacturing to America, which is a great goal, and one that looks like it's been working, it looks like Trump's initiatives have been making headway on that, what does Tim Cook need to go to China for? To tell, hey, Xi Jinping, remember when I used to have factories here? Not anymore. That's it?
That's above my pay grade. Now, if I was getting that much money, I'd probably be in Tim Cook's position.
I'm just curious as to what it is. For me, what I honestly think it is I think that we're just securing more business deals with China.
That's exactly what I think it is.
Which is possible. My question is, okay, did Trump just choose the homies?
Optics are the key because he's taking the board of directors basically with him to the trip.
But again,
to China.
not Intel, not Microsoft. They didn't make the cut. And also, I mean, Trump did say Tim Cook was a woke, crazy person not that long ago when Apple and Facebook and all the big tech companies were not being very nice to Trump. And now all of a sudden, Trump is giving him sweetheart deals with China. And then also, I was told that China's the big, scary monster, that China's the big boogeyman, that we have to compete against China, that they're our enemy. And now we're bringing our smartest, biggest tech minds and delivering them onto China's doorstep while simultaneously trying to move all of our manufacturing back to the United States. There is something missing that we're not being told entirely of. I don't necessarily think it's nefarious. I just think we're not getting all the details. And I just wanted to raise that question.
I would agree. We're not getting all the details. That is very, very true. But, Trump, it's one of those situations where we don't always get the exact story correctly the first time around. It's like we've decimated Iran. They don't have a navy, but yet they have all these little boats that do swarms now. And they have these new submarines that are supposedly going to be able to glide underneath the strait to take out ships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they actually released, Iran said that they launched 3 submarines to patrol
three. Wow.
Yeah, 3. I saw the photos. 3 submarines to patrol the Strait of Hormuz. They might have more, but the photo they released showed 3 of them. I got to say, listen, I don't own a submarine. I'm not a submarine builder. I've never been in a submarine. But I will say this. I've seen photos. Those submarines, dinky.
Yeah,
those
oh,
are the goofy. Those are submarines they ordered from Temu.
Well, supposedly, you never know, they could have. But also, on top of that, they've had swarms of boats, up to like 300 swarms of boats, 300 boats going out and attacking ships in
a coordinated
strait.
effort.
Yes. They were
Okay,
doing
so
swarming.
what do you call a group of 300 boats that are coordinatedly assaulting another enemy force? A navy. I'm sorry. Let's call a spade a spade. Iran still has a navy, and people go, well, it's not really a navy. They're just little speedboats. There's a coordinated effort of floating vessels with big machine guns and rockets on them attacking us. That's a navy. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm waiting for?
What?
Target practice.
Was at me?
No.
Oh.
At those little swarms of boats.
Oh,
like
the
they do
United
for
States.
like they do for the drug dealers.
Yeah.
Target practice.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. You'd think it would be easy, but apparently it's not. So, anyway, KZRG News Time 7:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Trump to China, and the president brought with him a gaggle of America's top tech leaders, including Elon Musk, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Meta President Dina McCormick, and BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. Kind of looks like this is more than just a simple political trip.
Number 2.
Iran's Navy leader says it's deployed small submarines into the Strait of Hormuz to act as invisible guardians. U.S. analysts say that based on what they know about these subs, they would only be able to operate for a couple of days at a time and could likely be detected by U.S. forces. There's also the possibility that Iran is just, making it up.
Number 1.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley sounding the alarm about the Biden administration's cover-up of the origins of COVID-19. He's pushing a bill that would require the declassification of 2,000 COVID-19 origin-related files.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on Trump's trip to China? You want to know, go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. Trump's trip to China. Bit of a tongue twister there. I had challenged you earlier this morning to say it 5 times fast, and you did not disappoint. Or should I say the president didn't disappoint.
Trump's trip to China, Trump's trip to China, Trump's trip to China, Trump's trip to China, and Trump's trip to China is gonna be the greatest trip we've ever seen. Nobody's done it better. Nobody, not one, not even Xi Jinping can do this as good as we can.
That coming from the KZRG app's open mic message. The president left that wow on his trip to China. Coming up in less than 5 minutes, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We'll have a warming trend after this brief little cool down. Gotta mention a shower early, otherwise the clouds will break, and it should be a good-looking afternoon today. 80. Tonight, some clouds and mild. A south breeze will help keep us in the upper 60s. Wrapping up the week Friday, sunshine, milder, a little breezy, 85. Maybe an afternoon shower storm Saturday, 85, but sunshine coming back on Sunday, 85, with a threat for showers and thunderstorms early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
We've got your kicks, Joplin. It's the Route 66 Pro Rodeo and Concerts, presented by and visit Joplin. Buy your tickets now for the biggest Memorial Day weekend celebration in the 4 states. As rodeo, fireworks, and concerts stampede into the Route 66 Fairgrounds, May 22nd and 23rd. Don't miss a moment of all the wild rodeo action. And when the dust settles, J. Hatfield Motorsports presents our fireworks show to light up the sky. And the party gets started on the Missouri Eagle Concert Stage, featuring Wyatt Putman and Adam Letter. Get your tickets now at rodeoroute66.com.
We need to replace the flooring immediately. It's worn out and embarrassing.
No, the AC should take priority. It's on its last leg.
Can we do both?
How? Are you selling a kidney?
We could refinance the house.
Whoa. No way. We'll lose our good interest rate. I'd rather you sell a kidney.
You can complete all of those home improvement projects without losing your rate with Community Bank and Trust.
With a home equity loan or line of credit, you can update the bathroom, do the add-on, or get that new heat and air unit without giving up your great mortgage rate. CBT has a variety of options with low costs and very competitive interest rates. Plus, they can work out payment plans that fit into your budget. See what your home's equity could do for you with a home equity loan or line of credit from Community Bank and Trust. Get started at one of the local employee-owned CBT locations or at cbthomebank.com. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important, it's in our name. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 580491.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Smokin' Steve. That's the new nickname for you, Steve. That's true. Smoking does kill, Sarisa. I think that by Trump bringing the CEOs along, he's probably preventing some backroom deals and keeping the deals on the up and up. Okay, well, I mean, is he? Because I don't know about these deals. I'm not a part of it. It just sounds like Trump's now involved in the backroom deals. Hey! Girl, Chris. Oh! Yeah.
Welcome back.
Oh! Glad you found it back. Coffee's cold. Oh. That's too bad, girl, Chris. It's sort of a, it's a bit of a bell curve. It's actually, I would say it's an inverse bell curve. You know, bell curve is like this. This is like inverse. It would be like, yeah, this way. Where if it's really warm, coffee's good. If it's like lukewarm or like kind of warm or kind of cold, it's bad. And then if it's really cold, it's good. Like cold brew, iced coffee, that's really solid. I enjoy that a lot. I like really hot coffee. I like really cold coffee. But anywhere in this middle here, anywhere down here, no bueno. No good at all.
You've got big waste, you need Big John's.
Big on service, big on savings. Big John's.
Join me, Buck Sexton, and our good friend Clay Travis every weekday starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310, 417-782-1310. Oh, Ted, what is the question?
A little bit of a technology question for you. Just about 5 minutes ago, we were talking about Tim Cook of Apple and Meta's president, and Elon Musk of X, all these tech giants in China with Donald Trump as part of their state visit. So in honor of that news, we have a technology question for you. Here it is. What does URL stand for? You know when you go onto a website and you type in www, it's World Wide Web, and then they say, well, copy paste the URL. Well, what does that mean? What does URL stand for? On a website, News Talk KZRG's chance that we're giving you to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
And again, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question, 417-782-1310, and you will be a winner.
URL, in relation to the internet, what does that stand for? www stands for World Wide Web. What does URL stand for? 417-782-1310. You know when you see a funny video online and you want to email it to your friend or your grandson or something, you copy and paste the URL into the email. That's what we're talking about. What does URL actually stand for? This is a tough one, I will say. As a Zoomer, I didn't know this one. 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Uniform Resource Locator.
Oh, that is exactly right. Now let me ask you, which URL did you look up to find that answer?
I actually know this because I dabble in HTML coding.
No kidding.
Wow.
Wow, look
Somebody
at that.
smarter than Ted. Wow.
Listen, that's not hard to come by. I'm just going to be honest. Who do we have here?
Ryan.
Hey, Ryan, what's your favorite radio station?
KCRG.
I'll love to hear it, Ryan. Love to hear it. Stay on the line for us, my good man. We'll be with you in just a second. And you have just won a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Taco. Stay on the line for us here. Yeah, URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator, which is different than the UTL, Uniform TED Locator.
No, but it sounds like a girl, but it's Earl. URL, Earl.
That too. Good morning.
States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
He's gone back to his hotel. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
It was a fantastic day.
President Trump at a state dinner following talks with China's leader.
We had extremely positive and productive conversations and meetings today.
His toast to the Chinese people came after Xi Jinping raised a glass to prosperity.
Both China and the United States stand to gain from cooperation and lose from confrontation.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich is in Beijing.
We knew heading into this that trade would be a major focus of President Trump and also Xi Jinping because it represents most deliverables for each side. But we knew that President Trump would be pushing Xi to play a more active role in driving Iran to the negotiating table to get them to agree to a peace deal. And the White House readout indicates that that could happen, saying Xi told Trump that China opposes Iran's efforts to militarize the Strait of Hormuz and charge tolls for its use and agrees with the U.S. that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon.
We just got an update on U.S. retail sales showing a slowdown from March when most of the increase was just us paying higher gas prices. Sales increased 0.5% in April, just 0.3 when you subtract purchases at the pump. Russia launched another barrage of missiles and drones into Ukraine overnight, killing at least 7 people in the capital, Kyiv, dozens of others injured. As President Volodymyr Zelensky says, Russia targeted civilian population centers the day after Russian attacks left 6 dead in Kyiv. The U.S. is no longer providing military aid to Ukraine, but there's a push to change that.
California Congressman Kevin Kiley, he switched his party affiliation from Republican to Independent in March, was the 218th signature needed on the discharge position to force a vote on the House floor. The Ukraine Support Act was introduced 13 months ago by New York Democrat Gregory Meeks, but never brought up for a vote by Speaker Mike Johnson. The bill affirms support for Ukraine and NATO, authorizes more than $1 billion in security aid and up to $8 billion more in direct loans, and imposes sanctions on countries that buy Russian oil, gas, and uranium.
That's Chris Foster. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Heading for a high of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 8:08. A mix of sun and clouds. It's 57 in Neosho, 59 in Pittsburgh, 62 in Carthage, 62 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Joplin City Councilman Ryan Jackson cleared.
Well, an ethics investigation found no violations of the Sunshine Law after a closed-door meeting last month between Jackson and Mayor Pro Tem Keenan Cortez. A St. Louis law firm says that gathering included 4 council members. The city charter says 5 out of the 9 must be present for a quorum, so this specific encounter did not constitute as a meeting. Now, this was about a week prior to the council censuring Jackson over some anti-trans comments he made on Facebook. I'm Ty Albright, News Talk KZRG.
91 pounds of meth off the streets. A woman from southwest Missouri is accused of trafficking through Tulsa County over the weekend when she was stopped on I-44. 46-year-old Melissa Kyle was seen making a number of illegal lane changes when she was ultimately pulled over. A sheriff's canine alerted them to the meth, which was then seized by authorities.
Anthony Fauci lied. People died. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley says it's disgusting what they did during the pandemic.
The Biden administration lied to the American public when they issued their COVID origins report. They lied about the documents they had. They lied about the involvement of Wuhan. Anthony Fauci lied about the origins of COVID, and he tried to interfere and intervene behind the scenes to get the CIA and other agencies to change their findings. And it's incredible. I hope he's indicted.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Mix of sun and clouds, 62. It is now 8:04. News Talk KZRG.
With redistricting shaking up Missouri's congressional map, Republican Congressman Mark Alford says his western Missouri district is taking the biggest hit. Alford, who represents the 4th Congressional District in the Show Me State, says the Missouri First map brings the most significant changes to the area he serves.
I understand why it's being done to pick up another seat for Missouri on the Republican side. I will be picking up much of the Kansas City metro area.
Under the Missouri First map, Alford's Western Missouri District sheds part of the Kansas City urban core, while Democrat Emanuel Cleaver's long-held district is broken up, losing much of the Kansas City area and absorbing large swaths of rural central Missouri. Cleaver has criticized the changes as political.
The Gateway Arch in St. Louis is not lit up at night this month. It's a practice started years ago in the month of May because of the spring bird migration.
Gateway Arch National Park spokesman John Orell says before they started the practice of turning off the lights in May, migrating birds would become disoriented and often meet their demise.
During migration season, you would just find clusters of just dead birds near the legs of the arch.
The lights will remain off this month and again in September during the fall migration. Sue Danielson, Missouri Net.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
Your Missouri Southern Lions are back on the national stage for the 3rd time in 4 years. The Lions have punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament after a scorching finish, winning 24 of their last 31 games. MSSU is ready to roar into the Central Regional. It's a high-stakes showdown in Claremore today as the Lions take on the number 2 seed and regional host, Rogers State. First pitch is set for 2 p.m. at the RCB Bank Sports Complex. Switching to the gridiron, the wait is almost over. The full 2026 NFL schedule drops tonight at 7 p.m., but we already know the big one. The Kansas City Chiefs will kick off their season in the Monday Night Spotlight, welcoming the Denver Broncos to Arrowhead on September 14th. On the diamond, the White Sox have the Royals number. Jared Kelenic drove in 2 as Chicago edged Kansas City 6-5 last night for their 4th straight win. The series finale goes tonight at 6:40. And for St. Louis, it was a rough night for the Birds. Nick Kurtz launched a grand slam to lead the Athletics past the Cardinals 6-2. The rubber match is set for this afternoon at 2:05. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Still looking pretty good here as we head on through the next couple of days. There might be a stray shower this morning. Otherwise, sunshine 80 today. Tonight, some clouds, breezy and mild, upper 60s. Tomorrow, sunny, 85. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
Being top of mind in your industry is key. If you're not number 1, 2, or 3, then you're invisible to customers. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com today and let the experts help you stand out and be remembered. Zimmer Marketing, it just works.
Nothing showing up this morning so far on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 57 in Neosho, 59 in Pittsburgh, 62 in Columbus, 62 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 8:08.
Where did you get that smile?
I'll do it someday. That's what we say, right? And we say it about a lot of things. Traveling, picking up a new hobby, big life changes. For years, you said you'd fix your smile. Someday, you'd fix it. At Joplin Family Dental and Carthage Family Dental, Invisalign makes someday a...
Good morning. Hey, Jody had it too. Jody got it. URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Yeah. I sincerely did not know that. I had no clue. I've never thought of it. I never Googled it. Never gaggled it.
Learn more at FamilyDentalofCarthage.com or JoplinFamilyDental.com.
She said, I have electric mug warmers all over the house to keep a cup of coffee or tea warm. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never heard of those.
I actually have one of those at home.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Well, my wife uses it, but she hasn't used it that much.
She's not allowed to play with the cool toys.
She got it as a birthday gift. From our
Bit of a
son.
coffee snob that way, says Teresa. Ted found the one person on Earth smarter than he is. Teresa, I have found the one person on Earth smarter than I am 50 billion times. And there are 50 billion different people. Everyone on planet Earth is smarter than me. But you know what? Nobody is more than me.
Tederific.
Good looking. Oh, come on. That's low hanging fruit, Steve. That was
Very
a
low.
that was a clean swing. As clean a swing as it gets.
Too bad on Facebook live stream I can't play the disclaimer.
I don't think there's anything wrong, Teresa, with being a coffee snob. I don't know if I'm a coffee snob, but well, my friends would call me a coffee snob. I like good coffee. I don't know what to tell you. They have really cool warmers, and they are chargeable now, and chargeable mugs too. Oh, the mugs themselves. How do you would you have to?
Yeah, they have a warmer built into the mugs.
You have to hand wash them, or can you take that off?
I think you have to hand wash them.
Oh, see, that's where. Listen, if I can't put it in a dishwasher, I don't want it. That's my line.
Can you switch to the board?
Switch to you being your best friend? Yes, Steve,
Yeah.
I can. Ready, go.
And over 500,000 users. Always ready when your phone isn't. Because in an emergency, seconds matter, and reliability isn't optional. Go to rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for 5% off and free shipping from Michigan. Rapid Radios. Communication redefined.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning Newswatch on News Talk KZRG.
We've got a possibility of a stray or isolated shower or thunderstorm this morning. Partly sunny with a high of 80. Tonight, partly cloudy down to 70 for the overnight low. Then another possibility of a stray shower or thunderstorm tomorrow morning. Partly sunny with a high near 85. Mostly sunny on Saturday, 85 again for the high, 86 with mostly sunny on Sunday. Monday, we've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, partly sunny with a high of 84. It's going to be breezy, and there is a talk that we might get some severe weather on Monday afternoon and evening. Keep it here on News Talk KZRG. As we get closer, we'll get you all the deets.
Yes, we will. Don't forget News Talk KZRG. We are teaming up with a national sweepstakes. Your chance to win $5,000, $5,000 cold hard cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com. Click on the cold hard cash banner. Get the details there. Well, unfortunately, we do have a pretty serious and pretty weighty story for you this morning. A rape suspect in Joplin has died from self-inflicted injuries after a standoff with police. Now, Joplin police tell News Talk KZRG that the investigation actually began almost a week ago on Friday when a juvenile female, a girl under the age of 18, alleged that crimes were committed against her by 38-year-old Robert T. Davis of the Joplin area. Now, this obviously led to probable cause for statutory rape in the first degree, statutory sodomy, 3 counts of child molestation. All these were charges that could have been and would have been put on this individual. And so the Joplin PD, they strapped up. They went to go get him. They got a search warrant for his house on 42nd Street in Joplin. It's sort of in the south part of Joplin. It's kind of near where all the hospitals are, sort of where the on and off ramps of the highway are right there, that part of town. Well, when they got to this guy's house, they determined that he was home, at which point they said, hey, come on out with your hands up. We got a warrant for your arrest, dude. We have the victim here, and she's alleged a lot of crimes that you allegedly committed against her. He did not come out. They yelled again, come out. They said it again and again and again, over and over and over, and he refused to do so. So, at which point, the Joplin Police Department SWAT team arrived. At this point, the perpetrator barricaded himself in the house. The SWAT team, once again, directed he exit the home, refused to do so. And so the SWAT team threw CS gas. They just yeeted it into the house. And then they waited. Now, we had a story a couple of weeks ago of the Joplin Police Department throwing CS gas in a home during a drug bust. And the people in that home, after the CS gas was introduced, they came out within a couple of minutes.
Sure.
CS gas is gnarly. It's basically a form of tear gas. And that in an enclosed environment, no one's outlasting that.
Oh, boy.
It's not happening. So they threw the CS gas into this home where this alleged rapist had barricaded himself in Joplin, and they waited and waited and waited, and he didn't come out, which is rather strange because that is some very gnarly, powerful stuff. At which point, the police entered the home, or I should say the SWAT team entered the home, and they found him located in the house suffering from what appeared to be multiple self-inflicted lacerations. That is fancy speak for
cuts.
Big old cuts, big old gashes that it appears he did himself. No other people were found in the house. This perpetrator was then rushed to a local hospital where life-saving measures were attempted for these life-threatening injuries, and ultimately he remained in the hospital until Tuesday of this week, where he had succumbed to his injuries. This is very serious, and it's very sad. And why is it sad? Because this guy didn't get to see his day in court. And what I mean by that is the victim, alleged victim, didn't get to see justice served out because he took the coward's way out instead.
Wow.
Again, allegedly innocent until proven guilty, even for the most heinous of crimes like child rape. We still have due process. But that due process will never be dulled out because, again, he took the coward's way out. And honestly, I'm just going to say it. Killing yourself when the police come to pick you up does not scream, I'm innocent.
No, it does not.
Right? Look, that's not official legal. That's not how due process works. But in the court of public opinion, killing yourself when the police come to get you for a rape does not scream, I didn't do it. That screams guilty in my mind. But again, that's just the court of public opinion. So it's a really sad story, but, unfortunately, we did have to break that news to you this morning. I suppose we didn't have to, but it was important to stay informed. These dangers do exist in this community.
That is true.
There are child rapists in Joplin and in Webb City and in Carthage and Neosho. It sucks and it's unfortunate, and thank God for the police that go and try and get them off the streets. Thank God that for the victims who are brave enough to report it, because not every sexual assault victim reports it because of shame, of embarrassment, of fear, of guilt, of all of this. It is a difficult thing to navigate for these victims, a very serious and weighty thing. And so heart goes out to the victims that are unable or too afraid for whatever reason to speak out and identify their perpetrator. And big shout out to the men and women that are victims that are able to identify their perpetrator, because we need to get them off the streets.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, moving on from that. In slightly brighter news, much more upbeat news, we're going to give you some emotional whiplash this morning. Roots of Carthage. They are unveiling, I should say, Vision Carthage's, their newest artistic endeavor in honor of the 100th anniversary of Route 66. Hey!
Boy, they look good.
Yeah. It's cool. It's happening this Friday from 6:30 to 8:30. And basically this art installation, what it is 21 large maple leaf cutouts to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Route 66. Now, what's also really cool is that local artists were the ones that did this. So it's not like they, got someone from Zimbabwe or they ordered it off of Amazon. Mm-hmm. This is local artists celebrating a local stretch of a road in a local community, which is pretty sweet. Now, these 21 leaves, the unveiling is this Friday. You can see them all. But after that, they are going to be dispersed throughout Carthage into various destinations that, according to Sally Stewart, who's the co-director of Vision Carthage, they'll be placed in places that will be, quote, highlighting Carthage history, local landmarks, and places we feel everyone should visit while traveling Route 66.
I think it's really great that they've come up with the idea to have a passport booklet printed and made available for pickup from the Boots Court Visitor Center so that people can do like a treasure hunt.
Yeah.
And go out and find all these maple leaf paintings.
Yeah. To quote Hillary Clinton, Pokemon, go to the Carthage maple leaf art installations and collect them all. That was a direct quote from Hillary. No.
Wow, she never said it so well.
I know. Well, I think when she said
In fact, she never said it.
I think she was
You
drunk.
said it. She didn't.
I think she was drunk, so she might have
She
forgotten
might
that
not
she
have
said
remembered.
it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, it's pretty cool. And as Steve brought up, there's a little passport booklet. You go to all the Maple Leafs, you find them, and you mark them on the booklet that you found it. So it's a fun little thing, honestly, mostly for the kids.
Yeah, it's almost like Route 66 is celebrating a birthday this year.
Mm-hmm. Almost, but not quite. Oh, wait a second. Yes, quite. That is exactly what's happening. All the art is in honor of Route 66 and its 100th birthday, which is cool. KZRG News Time, 8:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Trump going to China. In fact, he's already there, and the president brought with him a gaggle of America's top tech leaders, including Elon Musk, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Meta President Dina McCormick, and BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. Looks like this is more than just a simple political trip.
Number 2.
Iran's Navy leader says it's deployed small submarines into the Strait of Hormuz to act as invisible guardians. U.S. analysts say that based on what they know about these subs, they would only be able to operate for a couple of days at a time and could likely be detected by U.S. forces. Now, there's also another possibility. Iran may just be making it all up.
Number 1.
Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley sounding the alarm about the Biden administration's cover-up of the origins of COVID-19. He is pushing a bill that would require the declassification of 2,000 COVID-19 origin-related files.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on Trump's trip to China? By the way, that would make a great movie title, Trump's trip to China. What is your thinking on it? We want to know. Leave us an open mic message or text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up, what's going on with Kim Commando and technology on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We'll have a warming.
Good morning to you and to yours. Good morning to everyone here. Good morning, what a beautiful world. The passport is super cute idea, like a bit of a scavenger hunt. Yeah, exactly. Terry said there are child molesters everywhere, and the court should never be. Released. Oh, the court should never release them. You mean? It's not their first time. It's just the first time they got caught. Terry, I agree with that. That is spot on. That is spot on. Seems like they have more rights than the child whose life they destroyed. Absolutely, they did destroy lives. I will say, in Missouri, to push back slightly, in the 4 show-me states, from my understanding, they were pretty good about cracking down on child molestation. The crimes, the punishment for those crimes are pretty solid. We're talking lifelong. In a lot of cases, lifelong. They're on the child molestation case or list. The child, what is it? Child endangerment list. The a pedophile list, whatever that is. So they got to publicly disclose that pretty much everywhere. It's on their permanent record. In some cases, they are monitored for life, literally monitored, and some of them get prison for 50 years. That's pretty good. Now, I would like to see the prison meant life in prison. I think that should be it, honestly. That's my only complaint. But I think that the four states does a pretty good job on it. Blue states like California, like New York, like Connecticut. Yeah, I have some issues with how they handle it. I would agree with that, Terry.
Magnolia Home Line from Fixer Upper. This is quality stuff, folks. We're talking fewer coats, less mess, and low-order formulas that won't clear out the house. These coatings are built to last.
At some point, I want to get a chargeable one. But they can be pretty pricey, yeah.
And finally, stop squinting at those walls. Visit Hankel's Ace Hardware in Webb City or our location
just
around the corner from Freeman Hospital in Joplin.
Press A.
Hankel's Ace Hardware.
Ugly rooms. Neighbors helping neighbors. Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
Your laptop, TV, mobile phone, or devices. You might say your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is in the business of keeping you connected to everyone and everything that's essential. Day or night, we're always here, making life easier. Because when all is said and done, of all the connections we make, none are more powerful than the human connection.
Newmac Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner.
For over 100 years, Princeton University's honor code was a point of pride. No proctors, no cameras, just a student's word. I pledge my honor that I have not violated the honor code during this examination. That was it. Simple, trusted, but now it's over. I'm Kim Commando for WebRoot. WebRoot Essentials Antivirus protects your devices without slowing you down. Right now, get 62% off at webroot.com/Kim. So what ended a century-old tradition? AI cheating. Here's the twist. It wasn't the faculty who killed it. It was the students. A large number of undergrads watched classmates use AI during exams and said, enough is enough. They brought it to a vote. The faculty followed their lead. That's disheartening. But there is a silver lining. There are still enough honest people in the world willing to call out what's wrong, even when cheating is just a few keystrokes away. That counts for something. Over 1 million folks get my free newsletter every single day to make sure that they're tech ahead, and you should too. Sign up at getkim.com. I've tried a lot of antivirus software over the years, and when something better comes along, I switch. That's why I've moved to WebRoot Essentials. WebRoot Essentials is a cloud-based AI-powered antivirus app that was designed to evolve with today's threats. It's fast, lightweight protection that works across all my devices without slowing me down. If you need another reason to switch, get this. WebRoot Essentials recently ranked #1 in independent Passmark performance studies against 9 other brands, like Norton, McAfee, and even Microsoft Defender. The study found that WebRoot Essentials scans 6 times faster, uses far less memory, and takes up 33% less space on your computer. I've seen the difference WebRoot has made for my devices, and now you can too. My listeners get 62% off WebRoot Essentials at webroot.com/Kim. Get the #1 ranked antivirus protection for just $19 a year right now at webroot.com/Kim. webroot.com/Kim. Go now while you're thinking about it. webroot.com/Kim.
They call it controversy. I call it honesty. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me tonight at 8 right after Mark Levin on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just after 8:25, it's 8:26 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Chris Plant's joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. They'll be cracking the mic at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, Mark Levin at 5, and The Vince Show coming to you live every single weeknight starting at 8 on AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, News Talk KZRG.
Going to be a nice day. It's going to be partly sunny today with a high of around 80. Tonight, partly cloudy, low down to 69 to 70. Tomorrow, a chance for some stray showers and thunderstorms in the morning, partly sunny with a high of 86. Now, on Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 85, 86 with mostly sunny on Sunday. Monday, there's a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny. Those will be in the afternoon, by the way. Partly sunny with a high of 84, and it's going to be breezy, and there's a possibility. It's very early on, so we don't have full details yet, but there's a possibility we might have a severe threat risk on Monday. Keep it here on News Talk KZRG. We will keep you up to date all day long, all weekend long.
It's true. That is very true. Hey, a couple of things that you need to note. Number one, until the 19th of this month, you can sign up to win $5,000 cold hard cash. Well, at least, a chance to win. All you got to do is go to news.kzrg.com, click on the cold hard cash banner, News.KZRG. We are teaming up, partnering, if you will, with a national sweepstakes, and we're giving away $5,000. Something else is coming up that you really want to know about. Steve, are you ready for this?
Wait. Let me check. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, he's ready now. All right, here it is. News Talk KZRG. We are once again giving away $100 every single weekday starting next week.
What? They're back?
They are back. Starting next Monday, every single weekday. At 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05, we are going to be giving out code words. When you hear the code words, text them to 417-782-1310, and you will be in a daily drawing for $100 cash. Look at that.
All right.
Yeah. KZRG's code words are back, baby. Let's go.
They're back.
Yeah.
I know what else that means.
What does that mean?
We're going to be bringing back
Oh, yes, sir, Bob, we are. The Fez of Fortune is going to be dusted off. Your names are going to be in them, and $100 is going to be going into your pocket, possibly every single weekday. Starting next week, be here or be square.
Now, what time are they going to be mentioned?
7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05. That's
right.
when that is happening. Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes at around 8:40. Did the Biden administration hide the fact that COVID-19 most likely came from a lab? According to a multi-decade CIA veteran, that's exactly what happened. We're going to be getting into those details and the implication of it coming up next after the news in less than 10 minutes at 8:40 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
J.D. Vance heads to Maine.
Killer being put to death in Oklahoma.
The U.S., China, and Iran.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 80. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that will be at 8:38. A mix of sun and clouds, 57 in Neosho, 59 in Pittsburgh, 62 in Webb City, 62 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
Vice President J.D. Vance is visiting Maine today after a federal audit earlier this year alleged millions in fraudulent spending in the state of Maine.
That federal audit alleges Maine made roughly $46 million in improper Medicaid payments for autism services. Vice President J.D. Vance says the Trump administration will now crack down on states that don't do enough to tackle fraud. Vance, who, of course, leads the administration's fraud task force, says they're sending letters to Medicaid programs across the country, mandating them to show they are prosecuting fraud in their states. And if they don't comply, he says they'll cut off the money that goes into these anti-fraud units. He says blue and red states will be scrutinized.
An Oklahoma man scheduled to be executed today for killing his ex-girlfriend and her 7-month-old daughter.
52-year-old Raymond Johnson was convicted for the 2007 death of 24-year-old Brooke Whitaker and her infant daughter. Prosecutors say during an argument in her Tulsa home, he cracked her head open with a metal claw hammer and smashed it in her face before dousing her with gasoline and burning her alive. The baby died from severe burns. His attorneys have argued his arrest was illegal and his confession coerced. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
Iran was a major topic of discussion in President Donald Trump's trip to China as the administration is pressuring Beijing to be more active in persuading Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
One of the central questions hanging over this summit is war between the U.S. and China inevitable in the future? The central thesis in Harvard professor Graham Allison's book, Destined for War, Can America and China Escape the Thucydides Trap? Something President Xi asked President Trump about during the summit. The concept of the book, Rising Powers Have Gone to War with Established Powers 12 out of 16 times in the past 500 years. In a statement following their meeting, China and the U.S. have agreed Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon and the Strait of Hormuz must be opened without ships paying a toll. China's Iran's largest trading partner and the primary buyer of their oil. China purchases roughly 90% of Iran's exported oil.
Some sun, some clouds. It's 62 at 8:33. News Talk KZRG.
A man from Joplin accused of raping a juvenile girl has died of his own injuries. Steve Smith with more.
The JPD says a standoff ensued last Friday when 38-year-old Robert Davis of Joplin, wanted for statutory rape, sodomy, and child molestation, barricaded himself inside his residence on West 42nd Street. After a Joplin SWAT team arrived and negotiations failed, police used gas. When he still didn't come out, police entered the residence and found Davis alone inside, suffering from multiple self-inflicted lacerations. He was taken to a local hospital and died of his injuries on Tuesday. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
The COVID cover-up. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley says the Biden administration never released all of the classified information about the coronavirus origins as was ordered by Congress.
And if our elected officials and unelected officials in this case, in the IC and ODNI, if they can get by with blatantly violating the statutes of this country and lying to the American people, I'm sorry, but we don't have a democracy anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's not a democracy because we, the people, aren't in charge. These people are in charge, and they're lying to us every single day.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. A mix of sun and clouds, 62. It's now 8:35. News Talk, KZRG.
The crackdown on illegal gambling machines in Missouri continues. Marshall Griffin with more.
Attorney General Catherine Hanaway told reporters Tuesday that the end of Missouri's illegal gaming industry hiding behind a so-called gray market is over. That statement arrived after her office and law enforcement conducted a sting across Boone, Dallas, Jefferson, and Miller counties. Hanaway says law enforcement seized 35 slot machines and nearly $60,000 in illegal money. Marshall Griffin, Missouri Net.
Fear Factor kicking it up a notch for a new special.
Johnny Knoxville is pushing the boundaries of contestants in a new 2-part special, Fear Factor 48 Hours of Fear, where they compete in 5 extreme challenges.
But there's one critical thing you will not be doing: sleeping.
The special features 6 players competing for a $50,000 prize while being pushed through 48 hours of total exhaustion. Part 1 premieres at 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox, with Part 2 airing May 21st. Both episodes will stream on Hulu the next day. The first 24 hours include darkling beetles held in their mouths, a spelling bee covered in live bees, and shock collars used to keep them awake through the night. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Shocking. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
Your Missouri Southern Lions are back on the national stage for the 3rd time in 4 years. The Lions have punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament after a scorching finish, winning 24 of their last 31 games. MSSU is ready to roar into the Central Regional. It's a high-stakes showdown in Claremore today as the Lions take on the number 2 seed and regional host, Rogers State. First pitch is set for 2 p.m. at the RCB Bank Sports Complex. Switching to the gridiron, the wait is almost over. The full 2026 NFL schedule drops tonight at 7 p.m., but we already know the big one. The Kansas City Chiefs will kick off their season in the Monday Night Spotlight, welcoming the Denver Broncos to Arrowhead on September 14th. On the diamond, the White Sox have the Royals numbered. Jared Kelenic drove in 2 as Chicago edged Kansas City 6-5 last night for their 4th straight win. The series finale goes tonight at 6:40. And for St. Louis, it was a rough night for the Birds. Nick Kurtz launched a grand slam to lead the Athletics past the Cardinals 6-2. The rubber match is set for this afternoon at 2:05. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We'll have a warming trend after this brief little cool down. Gotta mention a shower early, otherwise the clouds will break, and it should be a good-looking afternoon today. 80. Tonight, some clouds and mild. A south breeze will help keep us in the upper 60s. Wrapping up the week Friday, sunshine, milder, a little breezy, 85. Maybe an afternoon shower storm Saturday, 85, but sunshine coming back on Sunday, 85, with a threat for showers and thunderstorms early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
No rain showing up so far this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 57 in Neosho, 59 in Pittsburgh, 62 in Crestline, 62 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, now 8:38.
Dear Mom and Dad, I'm having the best time at summer camp. Today I made 3 new best friends. I chased the ball and almost caught it. You were totally right. All Dogs Dream really is the best place ever. Hope you're having fun in Lassie Vegas. Love, Fido.
This summer, give your dog a vacation all their own at All Dogs Dream, where there's plenty to keep your furry friend busy. There's room to play inside and out, and lots of love and attention for each guest. They can even get groomed or receive training during their stay. Even before your pet's first stay, All Dogs Dream helps your furry friend feel comfortable with a pre-stay meet and greet. And right now, your meet and greet is free when you mention this ad. Learn more about boarding and daycare services and schedule your pet's meet and greet at alldogsdream.com. All Dogs Dream, just north of Neo Show on Gateway Drive.
Hey, kids, come here. I've got something to show you. All right, first we're going to lay this out like so. Then we'll fill it and roll it up just right. Now, follow me outside.
What are you and the kids going to do outside, Grandpa?
Well, Grandma, I figure they're old enough. It's time they learn how to smoke.
What? What in the world are you thinking? You can't teach them how to do that.
Relax, I'm going to teach them how to smoke meat on the big green egg we got from Flames. It's all in one, simple to use. It's the perfect grill to learn on.
You almost gave me a heart attack. You're not always the best influence, you know.
Maybe not, but that big green egg is acclaimed as the highest quality, most versatile, and simplest to use outdoor cooker of all time. And once you experience the food you've cooked with the big green egg, your life will never taste the same. And that's the kind of life lessons I want our grandkids to know.
Get your big green egg today at Flames.
Hi, I'm Shane.
And I'm Brooke.
And we've been playing with fire since 1995.
Stop by Flames at 4601 South Range Line, half mile south of I-44.
My name is Addison. I'm a dental hygienist for Dr. Lemus.
My name is Darian. I'm also a dental hygienist. We see patients from children to adults, patients who are anxious, patients who are excited, patients who go every 6 months, and patients who have not been in several years, patients who are afraid to be judged for what's going on in their mouth, and patients who have that confident, healthy smile.
We're a judgment-free place because I have patients come in all the time and tell me they're like, I don't want to be here. We're not here to judge them, that we're here to help them and get them back on track. And Dr. Lemus is very good about being straightforward with what's needed, and then we go to Joyce and talk with her, and she goes over the treatment plans and help them get the plan established.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Hey, Clay Travis here. Join me and Buck Sexton weekdays from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. You can depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Well, we've got a chance for a stray shower before 9 o'clock this morning. Partly sunny with the high today of around 80. I don't think those stray showers are going to be hitting this morning, though. At least I'm not seeing it yet on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 70. Tomorrow, another chance for some stray showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Partly sunny with a high of 86. Then for Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 85. Sunday, mostly sunny, 86. Monday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, partly sunny with a high of 84. It's going to be breezy. That according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. If it does break out to be severe on Monday and Tuesday of next week, keep it right here on News Talk KZRG. We will keep you up to date. Right now, that's just saying that there might be a chance of severe weather on Monday night, and Tuesday. Again, keep it right here. We'll keep you up to date.
Something else you need to be aware of, starting on Monday, KZRG is once again bringing back KZRG Quick Cash.
All right.
Yeah, that means starting Monday, every single weekday at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05, we're going to be giving out a code word. When you hear that code word, you're going to text it to 417-782-1310 for your daily shot at $100, the quickest $100 you'll ever make. Easiest $100 you're ever going to make.
Yeah.
That's happening
great.
Starting Monday. So be tuned in at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05 for your daily shot at some pretty quick cash.
100 smackers.
Schmackers. And if you want to take that $100 and multiply it by 500, I don't know what the math is, $5,000. However you can get that out of 100. Is that 50?
No, it'd be 500.
No, it'd be 50. If you were to multiply 100 by 50, it's 5,000.
Okay, you're right.
I'm good at math. Let's go, boys. All right. News Talk KZRG, we are teaming up with the National Sweepstakes where we are giving you the chance to possibly win $5,000 cold hard cash. Here's how you do that. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the cold hard cash banner, and sign up before the 19th. We are just oozing with extra money that we're trying to give you. Oozing with it. We are oozing at the seams.
I thought I felt something.
Yeah.
It's from oozing.
There's Steve walking. He's oozing over there. Cash. All right, let's get into some news. Some kind of, in my opinion, upsetting news. But here it is. Just yesterday, a CIA whistleblower testified that the Biden administration buried an analysis concluding that the lab leak theory was the most likely origin of the COVID-19 pandemic. This was an analysis that concluded COVID-19 most likely came from a lab. Now, here's what's so frustrating. This analysis didn't posit, it didn't suggest, it concluded. It said, we believe it is most likely that COVID-19 came out of a lab. And that was the one analysis that the Biden administration bent over backwards to make sure we didn't see, according to the CIA whistleblower.
Well,
someone who, by the way, has been in the CIA for years and years and years. This isn't just your, Grandma Darcy hanging out on Facebook posting things. This is a guy that knows.
That's true. I mean, what do you think? Is there a possibility that the Fauci might have had something to do with them blocking it?
I don't understand how there is. I don't know what world would exist where the Fauci didn't have something to do with it.
That's true.
He was running the show. As
That's
a matter of
because
fact,
he was the science.
He was science. It seemed to me that Fauci was not just science, but he was the whole Biden administration during the peak of COVID-19. Biden just did whatever the heck Fauci said. Fauci was the one giving the marching orders during those 8 years.
I agree with you.
Honestly, Fauci and the auto pen were running this country, and maybe Jill Biden, and possibly Hunter Biden's cocaine dealer. We're not sure about that one.
Maybe even Hunter.
I think Hunter was too wired to have been able to run anything.
Well, he was attempting.
Well, he might have been running from the long arm of the law with all the drugs he's been doing.
Or the short arm of the auto pen.
Yeah, maybe that. So this whistleblower said that's the case. Now, of course, the immediate question is, oh, awesome. We have this whistleblower. He testified that, hey, he's seen this report that concluded that COVID-19 probably came from a lab. Now we can get Fauci, right? Now we can charge Fauci. Not quite.
Not yet.
Not quite. And the reason why is because one of the last things that good old Sleepy Joe did before he left office and before we entered Trump's America 2.0 is he signed a full, complete, and unconditional pardon of Dr. Anthony Fauci for all crimes he committed against the United States and against we the people, spanning from the years 2014 to the year 2024, which, of course, includes everything done during COVID-19, including, of course, lying to Congress under oath and lying to you under oath about the most likely plausible origins of COVID-19.
Now, I'm going to disagree with you.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Biden did not sign that.
Oh.
AutoPen signed it.
President AutoPen. That
President
is a very
AutoPen.
Is a very good
there's
distinction.
There's a risk of it not being valid because of Biden not actually signing it.
And that is a very good distinction because of that exact risk. The fact that AutoPen signed Fauci's complete pardon, is there wiggle room to reverse it? Some lawyers argue there is.
President Trump says there is, in his opinion.
Absolutely. Now, the question I have then is why aren't we pursuing that?
Because he's not been charged yet.
Well, no. Why aren't we pursuing? Well, you can't even charge him until that the pardon is lifted.
No, I think they could probably charge him, and then that's when the court battle would come on the. All right. Well,
whatever. Sure. Okay. Let's charge him first. Let's do that first. Doesn't matter. The point is, Trump hasn't even brought up swapping those.
He's been a little bit busy.
Yeah, that's the thing. You would think that this would be something that he would be bringing up more.
He's
talked more about aliens recently than he has about trying to hold Fauci accountable and reversing some of the AutoPen pardons.
This might be day 366.
A day 366 activity?
Yeah, activity.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? So anyway, I'm frustrated by this. I would like to see justice. A lot of people now, they're all rolling their eyes and they go, well why? What's the point? COVID's done. Why does it matter? Fauci's no longer in power. Why does it matter? Here's why. One word. Vindication. How many of you in the 4 states said, hey, the whole lab leak theory, that makes sense to me. Hey, I don't think that theory is cuckoo. I think that seems pretty reasonable of a theory.
I think they were trying to
And then people yelled at you, harassed you, called you an idiot, called you slurs, said you're xenophobic, homophobic, the stupidest person you've ever met. How many of people in the 4 states had that experience? Probably a lot of you did.
How many doctors lost their jobs and nurses because of it? They refused to take the COVID shots.
Yep. How many police refused to get the COVID shot and had to retire early or had to find a new line of work because there were law enforcement in this country and there were in the military. They were being required to take the shot.
That's right.
How many people lost their job from that? How many businesses shut down, family-owned businesses shut down because of the ridiculous lockdown requirements of this country? How many kids will not see the future they might have because they were locked out of their schools for way longer than they should have been, and now they're significantly behind in their education, and the data shows that that's true.
Yeah.
And so now when they have to compete in the workforce, they're probably 3-4 years behind the rest of other people their age, the rest of where they should be at that time. How many did that happen? That's why we need to pursue this. It's vindication.
How many people were kicked off of social media because they were right, but they were actually being claimed they were wrong by the Biden administration?
Yeah, vindication. I'm sorry. I'm willing to throw it out there. I would like to be vindicated. As someone that lived in California and San Francisco during COVID-19, I was all in on believing the lab leak theory. I was all in on questioning the efficacy of masks that were nothing more than bandanas.
Well,
I was all in on criticizing it, and dude, it was a bloodbath for me over there. Let me tell you.
My favorite thing was 5 masks. You could wear them all at the same time, and that would even be better.
Yeah.
Of course, you couldn't breathe, but
Yeah. My favorite thing is I literally got a mesh cloth that was single ply. I basically got a single ply roll of toilet paper, put it on my face, and then everyone in California went, oh, yeah, you're good. Oh, yeah, that'll definitely stop COVID. It was nothing more than facial decorations. That's all masks were.
That's very true.
And we need vindication for that, I think. KZRG News Time, 8:51.
And now, KZRG's Big 3, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Trump to China, and the president brought with him a gaggle of America's top tech leaders, including Elon Musk, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Meta President Dina McCormick, and BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. Kind of looks like this is more than just a simple political trip.
Number 2.
Iran's Navy leader says it's deployed small submarines into the Strait of Hormuz to act as invisible guardians. U.S. analysts say that based on what they know about these subs, they would only be able to operate for a couple of days at a time and could be likely detected by U.S. forces. Now, there's also the possibility that Iran is just making it all up, which I think is probably the case.
Number 1.
Missouri's U.S. Senator Josh Hawley sounding the alarm about the Biden administration's cover-up of the origins of COVID-19. He's pushing a bill that would require the declassification of 2,000 COVID-19 origin-related files.
Now, the KZRG question of the day, brought to you by A to Z Supply.
What are your thoughts on Trump's trip to China? I want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. Coming up in less than 10 minutes, Chris Plant joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, Mark Levin at 5. And then, of course, the Vin Show coming to you live at 8 with Joe Pags at 11. On AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We'll have a warming trend after this brief little cool down. Got to mention a shower early, otherwise the clouds will break, and it should be a good-looking afternoon today. 80. Tonight, some clouds and mild. A south breeze will help keep us in the upper 60s. Wrapping up the week Friday, sunshine, milder, a little breezy, 85. Maybe an afternoon shower storm Saturday, 85, but sunshine coming back on Sunday, 85, with a threat for showers and thunderstorms early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic in the KZRG Storm Center.
I'm loving this sunny and 75-degree weather we've got going on.
Don't get used to it. You know how it is in the Midwest. Probably going to be raining and 45 later this week.
Why do you always have to be so negative?
I'm not. I'm being real.
Weather in the Midwest is so unpredictable, especially in the springtime. Warm and beautiful one day, cold and miserable.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll talk to you later.
See you